Hello, everybody, and welcome on in to our Paizo Con adventure with the Two Perception Show. And I'm not over there.
No, he's not.
And that's cool, because that never happens. But oh man, I am so ready to be a player character.
The fool.
Even if I only get to do it for a couple of hours. Hello everyone, hope you've been enjoying your weekend of Paizo Con. We have learned a great amount of new and exciting things to come in the future of both Pathfinder and Starfinder. And now, we're going to ignore all of that and go back to the stuff we already have for a nice little one-night stand in Ustalav, I believe.
Vacation
now,
land.
I can't intro this super hard because I don't know what we're doing. It's not my adventure. I'm just sitting over here with like literally 1d20 and 1d12 because that's all I need in my life. I'm a simple man.
The enemies roll d20s, d12s, the players die.
I will roll a d20 for something and I'll hit stuff with a d12, probably.
Maybe.
Probably, assuming I can hit them with things. We're first level characters, so you know.
You never know.
First level characters are known far and wide for being good at stuff.
Yeah. And not dying for no reason.
But, other than who we are, the Two Perception Show, if you have a good time hanging out here today, we actually stream on this channel all the time. We have a regular adventure in the Age of Ashes every Saturday afternoon here at twitch.tv/officialpaizo, but obviously PaizoCon things are happening. So we had to put together a little bit of a one-shot. We know a lot of people that need to know a whole bunch of pre-existing adventures and 13th level characters that don't understand half our abilities. We're gonna get a bunch, little dingleberries, level 1, and we're gonna... What are we doing, Nick? What are we doing?
Well, as you said, we're taking a nice little relaxing vacation through the hinterlands of Ustalav today, which is, as everyone knows, is the most picturesque and fine place in all of Galarian, minus, the vampires and ghouls and suspicious outsider-hating villagers and esoteric orders that have secret handshakes.
Why are we here?
An excellent question. Indeed, an excellent question. As it turns out, all of you will start on a caravan, as evidenced from the delightful wagon sounds, courtesy of Sirenscape.
It's almost like I'm actually inside of a wagon.
I know.
A lot less bumpy.
I get Sirenscape for all of our sounds and music we're going to be playing today. We go easy mode for running purposes, so we're even using all the Sirenscape music. So we got to have an entirely different soundtrack than we normally have. It's nice. I'm excited.
Very excited.
It's variance.
But all of you, actually, despite my reading off the lines from the Ustalav Tourism Board, rural Ustalav is actually not the greatest place in the world to visit, which is why you are not visiting rural Ustalav. You are in a caravan on the way to the capital, which is probably about a week's journey that away. Surely you will get there shortly with no complications. Interestingly enough, despite the fact that you are a party of ragtag adventurers, you have not been hired to guard this caravan. Believe it or not, caravans traveling through rural Ustalav have their own companies of guards that are well-trained and well-versed in the various threats. You are all actually enjoying yourselves as passengers.
You mean the level 1 party's not guarding the caravan?
Interestingly enough, the caravan could afford better, I suppose. But yes and no. Mercenaries from the Company of the Raven are accompanying the caravan. Crack team of well-trained, well-blooded mercenaries who will keep you all safe.
Oh, I thought you were talking about us for a second. I was about to say, you are mistaken.
So we're first level characters.
I have 12 health.
We're not anything trained.
You are all...
Ow!
I tried really, really hard.
It could have been 11.
Dude, if Colby...
What is this, first edition? How do you have 12 health?
It
could have been 11.
Toe and get crippled.
It could have been 11. Colby wants to die.
It could have been worse.
I tried.
Honestly, the AC could have been lower, too. You can take voluntary flaw.
I don't want to hear about how much Colby hates his characters being alive anymore. Please continue, Nick.
So you are all where level 1 characters should be in the wagon, traveling along. You all, of course, do know each other. You didn't a random ragtag group of assortment if you weren't just thrown into a wagon by your employers. You've all worked together before. However, perhaps for everyone watching at home, we should perhaps go around the table and introduce ourselves. Tell us your character's name, a little bit about you, what you're doing here.
Well, my name is Astra Maria. You can just call me Astra for short. I am an artist, a follower of Shalin, and I've been traveling with these fine folks, studying beautiful vistas, wonderful sights, and experiencing love in many different forms, such as the love of a good drink, the love of the color black.
I thought you were colorblind.
Yes, but I know what the colors are, like this. It's blue, right?
Oh, is that what that is?
Oven? Oh,
Is it?
it's brown. Sorry.
Sure this was a beige.
It's what he said.
It's
Yeah,
more
it's-
tan.
Well, yes. We're not going to get into the nitty-gritty of the color wheel.
My name's Chadsworth. But that's kind of long and lame sounding, so everyone just calls me Chad. I'm taking a break from my education at Bardic College back in Apara, back home in Taldor. And my parents decided to stop funding me while I'm on this trip, so it's totally bogus. But these guys here have been pretty good assistants, pretty good friends. And I always got my best bro, Kane Kalian, guiding me every step of the way. Astor, did I ever tell you? Do you remind me of a babe I used to date back before I went to Bardic College? Back out in Casimir.
No, you
All
haven't.
the kind of
told me
artsy and the
that.
paint smears and stuff. The paint smears were usually my fault, though.
Didn't you didn't you end up getting caught with someone else and having her dad try to kill you?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can handle this.
Good times, man. Good times.
This is pretty good.
Plutarchius Fastbender here. Everyone calls me Fast because I'm not slow, and
Because I can't remember that whole name. That's real hard.
that's why you call me Fast.
Right.
Right. And I'm here to investigate the deaths of several people who I have not met yet. But I am sure that they will die because I am here to investigate them.
Technically premeditated murder, maybe?
I
think it's only premeditated if you did it on purpose.
didn't do it on purpose. I'm here to investigate it. I'm here to solve it. I'm here to protect you. I am a gnome. I have an excellent sense of smell.
And besides, my dad said murders only happen to poor people. If it happens to us, it's an assassination.
You know, in point of fact, this man is absolutely correct. When investigating the death of a rich person, we almost always call it an assassination.
How you doing, Derp?
I'm getting there. I wasn't
Don't worry.
ready. I've known about this for 3
Don't
weeks
worry.
and I wasn't ready.
The chance got you. You're safe here.
Oh boy.
Derp, I'm sitting next to it.
You're safer. He can look at me.
I use my nose to find things out, and I use my monocle to make my nose better at sniffing stuff out. Your purple thing is very beautiful. I've been meaning to tell you for many weeks.
Well, it's a robe, and
It kind of smells, though.
probably we've been on the road for weeks. I'm Shisk, your Shisk Shimmer Scale. The just rummage around in the robe for a moment before. Pulling out a flute, and as a level 1 bard, playing about 3 notes.
I love how gleefully happy that flute just made
I'm
you.
so happy to have the flute. I have to play it all the way over here so it doesn't blow everyone's eardrums out. But, God, the chat. It has ruined me.
Well, I've been meaning to ask you, actually, Shisk. Because, I've read about you, kobold lizard lads before. You all kinds of dudes and babes. But I never actually met one. And I don't want to offend.
You're gonna offend him.
The Chad zone is one of tolerance and respect. It's important to me. What are your pronouns? I can't really tell. I don't mean that in a defensive kind of way. But I've never met a kobold before.
Man,
Look, Chad is all about respect here.
I will get there. This is difficult.
Man, you're twisting that knife. That's crazy.
There's a hard
I get
time.
the
I'm obviously
giggles.
gonna pick on him.
I know.
You're not
It's okay. It's no pressure.
It's not just for you, it's for me too, man.
Oh, God. It's just, the chat is really good, and it's my sense of humor, so it's tickling the hell out of me.
No, it's okay. You take your time. The chat doesn't mean any pressure.
That's not what I heard.
Just want to be respectful.
I am indeed a female kobold.
Huh. See, I thought you were a babe. It's rare for dudes to be that shiny. It's not really a kind of aesthetic. But I didn't want to assume things, you know?
Please don't impinge on her virtue.
No, that's what I'm trying not to do. The chat is all about respect.
There is actually a
That's why
house
I'm
of elves I met once that were all that shiny. Men and babes.
See? Aster knows. Aster understands me.
Is that a guy?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I am a elf woman.
See, that's why you don't assume.
Don't
Fast, I told you.
assume.
I have a hard time with
Okay.
elves.
We'll get there. You can ask. It's okay.
I'm asking.
That's fair. All elves are beautiful, men and women.
I like all of you, but I just wanted to make sure I wasn't being insulting. I'm trying to learn from Chad.
You're doing a good job.
Thanks.
We're getting there. We're getting there. The chat is proud of you, Fess.
Thank you.
You're making an effort, and that's all anyone can ask.
Is it
Pretty
his mother?
righteous of you.
I am right.
And if I
Has to
say
be.
so, Cadester would approve.
Please save us.
I'm trying. So, well, I'm traveling in thieves' morons, but I am Zargay.
That's cool, dude. The chat doesn't care how you swing.
By the might of Kurgamoth, I would banish you if I didn't like you so much.
Who?
But at the same time, it doesn't even matter anymore. Life is pain, as the void has expressed us. For
Oh,
my
God.
favorite musical bard artists out there are the following. Both for my beauty, my alchemical affair, and my favorite orcish band, Crushing Krogar. Only the best for the most pain.
I love
So,
this guy's energy.
This
For
is
a
a
man-
serious game, by the way.
for a man who dresses in all black, your aura is incredibly pink. I want you to know that.
I thought you were colorblind.
I thought you were colorblind.
I don't see anything.
Avin tells me it's pink. I see the aura. Avin translates the aura for me.
It's pink because it looks like it's pretty much all black to me. Except for the band logo. Pretty
I'm-
sick red.
I mean, maybe if you peeled it off, it would be pink
Oh.
underneath.
Well, no. Look at this sketch I made of him. It's just him and his natural way he should actually dress like.
You're right, it is pink.
But the chat's gonna be honest with you. He doesn't really understand art. But I like where you're coming from, Master. I like the energy.
Art is very simple. I'll give you a whole lecture on it later. Beauty can be understood by everyone and expressed by anyone, even a child.
I do like to listen when you talk.
You mean a Chad?
The chat.
Yeah, I know.
Well, as you all chat and chat away, given that this is all of you people are a bunch of crazy
You're welcome.
clowns. Yes,
You're
thank you, all of it, masterful. I will start each of you a single hero point. Go ahead and pass them down. And
We get these again?
I haven't seen these
I
in a
get
long
these all the
time.
one more.
Shut
I
up.
guess. I was gonna not give one to Chad because clearly he doesn't need it. But the major Chad energy, spectacular. I love it.
Chad has the Cadester looking out for him. Now every step is righteous, protected, and always at least a little bit buzzed.
Well, Chad's major energy might be a little interrupted by the whinny of a panicked horse, which seems to echo further up in the caravan. Something odd has definitely happened. You kind of hear the sound of panic, a little confusion outside the wagon. The horse is definitely seemed put off by something.
Goldilocks sounds really upset.
Chad, let's suit up.
You hear the sound of tromping boots as the guards are kind of shouting at each other and running towards the front of the caravan.
Everyone, stay back! We must let the guards take care of this!
Yeah, it's probably fine, dudes. We got a whole, mercenary company. This caravan.
Don't worry, I'll be under this booth.
I'm at the very
far away from the
back
out
of the
there as I can
caravan
be.
with my shield and just Warhammer ready.
How big of a caravan is this? Like, how big of a procession we got going?
It's about maybe like 5 or 6 wagons
Okay,
that are
pretty good
pretty
size.
decently sized, and there's actually like 10 or 12 guards just kind of circling out. It sounds like they're all moving towards, and you hear a weird shrieking sound kind of emanate from the front. You've never really heard anything quite like that before, but it kind of makes your heart shrink a little bit.
Well, I have to say the Chet has never really heard anything like that before, but it kind of makes my heart shrink a little bit.
Pulls out his rapier, starts looking around.
Well, you're inside a wagon, so you see the inside of the wagon.
Windows? Do we have any windows and doors or anything?
Yeah, there's doors. You could. That's how you got in. You could kind of.
But I mean, the windows and the doors. We peek, or we gotta open the doors to look at?
Wait,
Sure.
Is it like
Grab
a
a-
tarped caravan, or are we in a carriage?
It's not like a Conestoga or anything like that.
Don't know
Those
what
types of
that
things tend to not make it through rural Ustalav very
Okay, I'm
well.
gonna stop you right there. That was way too fancy of a word for the Chet.
He's got a point.
I'm gonna break from my education.
It's fair.
I grab a sketchbook, and a piece of charcoal, and dive out the door to try to sketch down and see what I see.
I wanna go out after us. Like, whoa, man, we don't know what's going on out there.
What? Don't! You're gonna get hurt!
It might be totally
Every
gnarly.
opportunity you don't
What are you
take
doing?
every opportunity you don't take to sketch down a piece of beautiful artwork is an opportunity you miss, and you'll never get it back.
Well, it sounds like at least 3 of us are tumbling out of this caravan.
It sounds like it. Well, those of you who do jump out, of which I believe it's Aster, sketchbook it readily in hand. Chad, following, apparently just trying to see why the heck Aster just dove out the door. And
Grab my greatsword just in case. Still the scabbard.
I'm behind Chad.
okay,
I'm hopping out.
Following behind. No, we have to stay in. No.
At this point, I'm just dragging her. Come on.
I get the feeling that Shisk is like holding onto your pant leg as you just kind of
being
walk out the
dragged
door.
out. Don't leave me alone.
Yeah.
We can't go out there.
It is sundown and twilight, so the shadows are cast long, and the light is red and ruddy, making it rather difficult to make out exact details. But toward the front, you can see the flickering form of what looks to be some sort of creature. It seems to be at least the size of a horse, and you can in the distance hear the sounds of guards charging at this thing, halberds in hand, trying to keep it at bay. It moves blindingly quickly, but seems to be covered in a strange coat of black fur or feathers or something that seems to float about, making it difficult to see. It gives off this shrieking cry. You can almost, at this distance, it's unsettling, but the soldiers up in the front lines actually almost physically are shook, taking a step back from it before shaking their heads and charging back in. They seem to be plunging their halberds into this beast with great abandon, but the beast seems to almost not even be acknowledging these massive blows it's taking, striking out, laying out about it, sending guards flying. One of the horses that have in the front wagon has actually been pounced upon and killed. Its partner, trapped in the harness, is panicking and creating quite a stir. The caravan is in a great deal of disarray, with other passengers kind of poking their heads out, some of them shouting in alarm, and the guards that are still running up from the rear wagons kind of shouting to stay back.
What
What's
is...
going on, babe? I can't see anything. It's so dark out here.
Take your glasses off.
Oh, right. Oh, that looks gnarly.
Do you know what that is, Chad? You did go to school.
Why are we out here?
Because-
we could be in there.
Because I'm investigating it.
Oh,
And I'm
happy now.
sketching it.
I'm
Chad is
gonna.
an educated man. I went to the Kids Rhodian Academy. We're learning
You're
about
all
this thing.
insane.
Well, let's see. How good was Chad at studying occultism?
It was great at it. It was my best classes, actually. I knew that Chad is
I
a
thought you
revive.
were
That's
about to
gonna
roll
be
a D4.
That's going to be a 3 total. You wanted secret.
It's supposed to be secret, yeah, but you just
I
seem
got
so
excited.
happy. You
I
are
got
so
I
excited.
mean, I knew it was where this is going. I was excited to put this D20 in the hole.
You've seen this thing. It's I mean, you've never seen anything like it before, but I mean, you gotta say something.
I'm pretty sure that's a Manticore. I've read about these before. It's got the pokey thing coming out the back end of it.
It doesn't look like a lion. I don't think it's a Manticore.
Well, it's supposed to only look a little bit like a lion on the front. I don't know. This is the first time I've seen one in person, but they haven't had a class on these.
Do you think a religion check might do something here?
You could certainly roll it, but occultism is the only thing that's going to tell you anything about it.
Ah, never mind then.
Yeah, it's definitely a Manticore.
Although, actually, sure, what's your religion?
It's +5.
You look at it, but the main thing that's in the trouble is that the sun is actually right behind it, because it's setting and it's twilight. And so this thing is basically a mass of shadows. You are able to make off a couple pieces of tasseled cloth that seem to be hanging off of it, but you can't really make out any details about it enough to actually figure anything else out about it.
Looking out at this thing, Plutarchus is gonna kind of glance, and his eyes are gonna dart to how the thing moves, looking at the way it's approaching and attacking, and he's gonna try to get a sense for what its strategy is, so that if we need to fight it later, he can maybe get an idea of how best to approach it.
That sounds like you have decided to make this thing your case or pursue a lead of some sort.
I'm on it.
Mr. Investigator over here.
Watch out, dudes. This thing's tail is poisonous. Don't get too close to it. The guards handle it.
No, I'm really pretty sure it's not a Manticore, dude.
I mean...
Did you go to Kithrodian Academy fast? Because of the two of us, I think only the Chad is a Kithrodian education.
Just out of curiosity, what is Plutarchus's occult?
+3.
You know, it could be a Manticore. I mean, you're seeing it. It's big. Manticores are big. It's supposed to have a tail for a Manticore. You haven't seen a tail yet, but I mean, it's kind of hard to make out. I mean,
I refuse to let this pile of hair be correct about anything.
I'm on.
No, it's okay. We had to deal with one of these back in Murat County once when I was on vacation visiting my folks.
I'm gonna roll me a crafting check.
They hate spicy peppers. You got any spicy food?
Sure, go right ahead, roll yourself.
Yeah, and I get a +1 for specialty crafting.
Why are we staring? Why are we here? We could just leave. We could walk away. Let the
I got a
guards handle it.
24
Come
on my
back later.
crafting check. It is a beautiful.
We don't have to.
It's a very
this.
nice, quick sketch. Devoid of detail though it is, but you definitely have the flavor of what's going on in here, which appears to be
Big black
mortal
smudge.
terror on behalf of the guards.
I think I will
as
call
something
this
horrible
piece,
comes.
I think I'll call this piece "Mortal Terror" on behalf of the guards. As something horrible comes.
Nah, babe. It's supposed to have it's got like a scorpion tail.
No.
So Shisk, being the only one who is not staring slack-jawed at the monster, which is currently slashing its way
Trying
to
to
the guards.
push everyone else either back in the caravan or away, having no success.
So Shisk is going to actually look around and notice a couple columns of gentle gray smoke floating up over the tree line, kind of off a direction where a section of the road forks off. A telltale sign of a town that has some fires burning in fireplaces, not buildings on fire. That smoke looks different. So that would indicate to Shisk that there might be some sort of safe haven there. And right around as you notice this, the beast sort of gives off this weird shriek again and lays about it with its limbs, which apparently are quite long, in a sort of slashing flurry, sending at least 5 of the guards falling back, clutching at their wounds. The fight does not seem to be going well for the guards. And in fact, the beast, despite the fact that it has been stabbed over and over again, bears no sign of visible injury.
So I know what I must do. Fascinating performance. I'm gonna break everyone's attention away from that, make them look at me, and point them at what I'm trying to look at.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. We're already using abilities on other players. I love the way this chest is
First
going.
ability of the one shot.
Fascinating performance is you roll a perform check, and if you succeed, then people are fascinated. If you critically succeed, they're fascinated in combat.
And this is versus their will DC, I'm assuming.
Yes.
All right, let's see how well you do.
Sounds like a mental effect that would attempt to control the Chad.
Yeah, I guess.
It sounds like it might be.
Sure
And
sounds
the
like
sound of the thing shrieking actually covers your ears.
That's a 24.
24, I'm pretty sure that'll succeed.
Yeah, those Norse Foundry dice are hot.
So, Malachite dice are OP. Buy them.
What exactly does Shisk do to get everyone's attention?
Dude.
Just real loud. Just look.
Huh?
Shisk,
What
how
are
many
you
times
doing?
have I told
The
you?
smoke. There's a town. This thing, it's killing them. We need to leave.
It doesn't look like it's going to.
Okay.
Sark, how much do we pay for these dudes?
We didn't pay them at all.
Sark, we talked about this.
All right.
Listen,
well,
I need more money for my music.
Just
we should leave. We should leave. I agree. But before we leave, give me 1 second. I'm gonna use my investigator's ability, devise a stratagem. Once per round, since I've been watching this thing fight, I'm going to roll this here d20, and we're gonna see what it is.
Are you intending on, like, running up and sticking that thing?
No. This is for later.
I think that...
There has to be a separate.
Yeah, it doesn't...
It does?
Yeah, you can't, like, roll an attack roll,
that's
keep it in your
right.
back pocket, and, like, in a
6
week
seconds
you come
You're
back
right.
and hit it.
I want to go hit it. I want to let me hit this thing. Let's run!
I put a
Already
red mark
ahead
on
of you.
Shiz's forehead. How many times have I told you not to toot that thing as loudly as you can around me?
If it's what gets your attention, then I have to do it.
It's what hurts my ears and makes it hard to hear everyone else.
That's going to hurt a lot more than your ears if you don't start running.
It's over
Look,
there.
babes, I think the guards are having a bit of trouble here, and then Manticores are some totally gnarly monsters. I think this dude is right.
Looking
You might wanna
over, you
back
can
up at least
actually
a little
see
bit.
the struggling form of the guard captain. She's been
Limbs
picked up
fly.
in this massive hand, and the beast just closes its jaws over her
Oh,
face.
we need to leave.
What's
yeah,
the
let's go
Immediately
right now.
bolting.
I'm
Yep.
following.
Going.
As the resistance starts to quickly collapse, the beast is moving blazingly quickly, catching people running from it, but it kind of returns back to the trapped caravan animals, some of which, as the handlers abandon the wagons and run off into the forest, the horses just bolt, taking off into the forest, many wagons disappearing from sight. You'll hear a crash eventually as the wagon catches on something. It seems as though the beast is too preoccupied to specifically chase you, as it is with such a target-rich environment, as it's pouncing from animal to animal.
My greatsword under my arm here. Still up in the scabbard, I haven't pulled it out yet. I'm seeing this. Shed zone is my protection. Can't just leave these dudes a bit behind. I didn't even pay him for this.
What would you suggest we do? Go fight the thing that's killing all the things that we hired to protect
I
us?
just gotta yell at it. You Manticore! You're lucky that Chad doesn't have his weapon out right now.
Chad,
But I'm
no.
coming back for you dudes!
Chad, come on.
Go. We should probably go. This thing's totally gnarly.
Well, you'll take off, following the fork in the road, kind of looking at the flag of hope in the sky of those slight columns of smoke that you suspect come from chimneys.
It's better than here.
It's better than here.
Anywhere but here.
Does the chimney smoke ward off these types of creatures, though?
It's a Manticore, who knows?
Villages. They kind of just pick on like lone hunters and dudes hiking in the woods and whatnot.
Or entire care.
Or entire caravans.
They're usually not bold enough to come after caravans. It's kind of weird. It must be a real big Manticore.
Oh, that's about an accurate scale. That's a person.
I'll still tell you, it needs to have a tail though.
It didn't have a tail.
That's why I don't think it's a
I have better sight
Manticore.
than you.
Look, babe, Chad knows he's not the greatest at these things. You just gotta trust me. When did the kid roadie to kid? My dad paid good money for my education.
Last time I trusted you, you told me the color blue was
Make
purple.
a bad investment.
I thought you couldn't see colors.
I can see colors through a vent.
Although, if you get technical, blue and red together make purple, so I
Yeah.
guess there's some truth to that.
Yeah, but you told me that this drink in here was beige when it's clearly a taupe.
It's beige.
It's tan.
Never talk about this thing.
The sounds of battle will fade away, but for the distant shrieking of the beast, as you move your way down, the sun continues setting, very shortly plunging the road and the forest into nighttime. In the distance ahead, you can make out a small clearing that seems to make its way out of the forest, revealing a small village that has been constructed here. It is nighttime. There's no one in the streets. All the doors you come to are closed. Although they're clearly inhabited because the wisping smoke can still be seen as it occasionally crosses the moon or a patch of particularly bright stars. A small signpost by the entrance identifies this town as Borsek, which... Are any of you from Ustalav?
Absolutely not.
Why would anyone be from here?
No one's...
Casimir?
See, so none of you recognize this name whatsoever. Although, judging from the size of the town, even if you were from Ustalav, you're not positive you'd recognize the name of this place.
Bardic lore.
Bardic lore. All right,
Oh,
go ahead.
boy.
You get to roll those rolls.
Give me
That's
a Bardic
secret
lore check. Okay.
Because it's a knowledge check.
It's a lore check.
It doesn't have to be secret.
Well, it's funny.
Fine. What's your bonus?
It's a 5.
That's not bad for a level 1.
It's the same as my occultism.
So you've never heard of this place before, but one thing that kind of stands out to you, kobolds have low light vision?
Dark vision.
You have dark vision, really? Okay, so you're moving around, you can see the whole town quite clearly, you're untroubled by the gloom. And one thing that stands out to you is a stone watchtower. Now, it's not terribly tall, but it does look very old. And it is, strangely enough, almost in the center of town. So apparently it was not built originally, like, to protect the town. Like, the town apparently grew up around this. So it seems like the, you never heard of this before? You're not sure what the industry is? You would assume farming. But, like, you don't know anything about it. But that is an odd standout, is that watchtower. So that might have something to do with, like, where this town originated from or where it came from. Although... looking around at the buildings, it's all pretty typical fare you find in rural Ustalav, which is to say, thick timbers, stone, very well constructed. No one builds their houses out of sticks in rural Ustalav.
It's got to hold up to a vampire wanting to get in.
Something like that,
Or
Or Manticore.
Or a Manticore.
Well, the middle of town, there's that stone thing there. That'd be the best place to start, at least. We can ask someone what's going on. Maybe they've seen the creature.
Well, Shisk, babe, the Chad's gonna need you to point him at a tavern. We gotta get some ale and ask for some forgiveness from the Caster.
Right there.
Leave all
Right
those
there
dudes
behind
alone.
the stone thing. There's not a tavern there.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go that way, though. Not,
Right, that's where I want you to go.
Just
Point
go
you
the
that way.
direction Shisk points me.
Well, interestingly enough, as you move down the main road, you will pass a town that has a signboard out in front of it of a pair of kind of clunked together tankards.
That's weird. That totally looks like a tavern, but
I'm gonna go out on
it's
a.
over there.
I'm gonna go out on a
It's fine.
limb
It's
and
fine.
say that place might just be a tavern.
No, it's just at the taverns on the other side of this big stone tower.
No.
Don't towns usually have more than one?
It is so difficult to keep track of your hair.
Come on, dudes. We get around on the Chad. He doesn't feel great about what just happened.
No, Chad. I pointed down the street. It's right here.
Oh, my bad. The Chad totally misunderstood you. Well, what's inside there? Turn
I
right
hate
around.
it so much.
You'll move up to the door of what you would assume would be a tavern. It is actually, the door is closed and it seems to be barred shut. You'll
Like physically on the outside, or just like it's...
No, it's not. The door's closed. I'm sorry. If you try it, it does not move. It appears to have been like barred.
And it's a door, not like a saloon double door.
Not like a saloon.
No, it's
swingy
cool. Their
double
door's
door.
probably just stuck. The sun's just barely going down. There's no way they're closed.
give me-
I'm gonna push on it
no.
particularly hard.
Let's
Give
not.
me a force.
Fastest going to knock.
Give me a force open check. That's athletics.
We hit you with some athletics here. There's no way the tavern's closed, dude. It's like, what, 6:30 p.m.?
Do you want the malachite?
No, it's okay. I got my own North Bounty Chad rock here.
Please don't ever call it that again.
This is the Chad stone.
I hate you.
It hates it too, a little bit. What's that, 11? Is it done?
That's an 11.
It's gonna be an 18.
18. Oh, that's pretty good. You go and lean your shoulder into it, flexing a bit perhaps before just leaning and shouldering into it. The door will kind of boom and shudder. Some dust will come down from the top of it, but it doesn't actually collapse in. This door seems incredibly sturdy. Looking around, your shoulder kind of hurts a little bit, but the timbers are dented a bit where you kind of ran your shoulder into it.
That's what you get for being impolite. Haven't you ever heard of knocking?
It's real stuck. How are they gonna get any business?
A little window will actually kind of pull open, revealing a small, tiny barred view, and a light will kind of
The
show up,
bard view.
and a narrow, tall head will kind of peer through to you. Who are you? What do you want?
Hey, dude, did you know your front door's stuck?
Stuck. I barred it. Keep that beast out.
Beast.
What? The bard's the one who told me where it was, yeah? You got a bard.
Where
Some
did
sick
you?
music.
Where did you come from? Outsiders. What are you doing in Borsuk?
There was a caravan. We were passing by.
We were just traveling.
It attacked the horses, and then the guards are dead, and now we're here.
Here's a sketch of it.
Pretty sure it's a Manticore.
That's rough sketch. Haven't blocked into details, but I got them all up here.
She doesn't put the tail on it yet, but...
There's no tell.
You're trapped here, huh? Well,
Could we please be let in to stay the night? We have money.
I'm not a charity. I'll take I can go and give you a space in the common room, though.
Chad's gonna be honest with you. He's a little strapped right now.
I have money. We can stay.
Fast is good for it.
It'll be 2 silvers a night, all of you.
Hey, Fast, can I borrow 2 silvers?
I already said I would pay for you to stay here.
Alright, cool. You're a cool dude, Chad. Fast.
That's why I keep the money and not you.
All right.
I just shake my head and hand the money over. I'm just like, let's go. Just get inside.
You'll hear the sound of like a heavy beam getting pushed aside, and an image of the door will creak open a bit, and the image of a fairly tall human, very long, angular features with thin, suspicious, pinched eyes, look you all over, and then hold a hand out to collect your money for the night before letting you inside.
Fass, who probably looks a little striking to him, with his green hair, extremely pale, like blazing, almost like purplish eyes, looks at him and goes, "Here, can you let us in now? We would like a hot drink and maybe a meal and perhaps to ask some questions."
So presumably you hand him like a gold piece to cover
Yeah.
all 5 of you?
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead and mark it off.
Yep.
He'll take the piece and say, you're getting space on the common room floor and that's it. This isn't an inn, we don't have rooms. And we're closed tonight. Everything's closed. That beast is out.
Can we sleep on the common room floor?
You
Of
can
course,
sleep anywhere.
but you'll have to be out by dawn tomorrow. I have to get the place cleaned up in time for my patrons to come in tomorrow.
We could be patrons. We drink things.
Good, but you're still getting out. I have to clean the place.
I could clean it.
He said the Chad doesn't need a hot drink. I'm in for a cold one. I got my own mug. You can just fill her up.
All right, fine. Another silver and I'll take care of that for you.
Gator's always looking down for us. Hey, Fast, can I bum a silver off you?
Has anyone... Yeah, fine.
Thanks, dude.
Outsiders. Go ahead and mark it off.
Absolutely splendid. Chad, look how beautiful this man's features are. I have never seen a human in my life that looked just like him. You mind if I do a quick sketch?
Did look like someone put
I'm
the
not-
slider for a stretch all the way up.
He actually closes and bars the door again. And as you move in, you can actually see there's one other person who's kind of curled up in the corner. Apparently they brought themselves not really a proper bedroll, but sort of like a wad of blankets. And it seems to just sleeping on the common room floor, which is apparently the lodgings that have been offered for you the night. 2 silvers is a clear upcharge for this kind of accommodations.
Chad's had worse.
He will.
paid this time.
My name is Gunter. I'm the proprietor here of the common house.
Pleasure to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Can't say it's the same in a night like tonight, but you outsiders seem like you're in a bit of a pinch.
Kind of just dragging a huge greatsword, like the tip of the scabbard, just kind of dragging it across the plank, not picking it all the way up. It's heavy.
What exactly was that thing?
What was it?
Manticore, babe, I told you.
It was some terrible beast. Manticore, I suppose. I don't know. I've never set eyes on it. It's why I'm still alive. It's caused a lot of trouble in this town. No one can leave. No one can get it, but it comes closer every night.
How long
First-
is it? Sorry.
First, it was the windmill. The miller, everyone assumes he's dead. No one's seen him since those terrible shriekings were heard from up there. Then, it was further out west. Supposedly, the good priest went out to get help from the count, but we heard the shrieking and assumed the worst. He hasn't come back either.
How long has the creature been terrorizing the town?
Only a few days, but it seems like forever when you're trapped in your own doors.
Does the creature only come out during the daytime or night as well?
There's no telling when it's out. We hear it shrieking almost all the time.
Oh, it's almost like Chad's drinking schedule.
Chad's always ready for a cold one.
Well, it's not quite cold, but he will come back in and bring you your tankard full of what appears to be some sort of ale.
Forgive me for asking, but,
PBR quality.
Chad's got no complaints.
Water with some bubbles.
when did this beast appear?
Look, it's late. I'll talk with you tomorrow, or you can ask around town if you want to.
All right, but we can sleep here, right?
Yes, on the floor, but be out by dawn tomorrow.
It's kind of weird to have a Manticore coming to mess with the town. I've never heard of one going into a village before.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
been in the village. It's been around, and it's getting closer.
We said there was something about a windmill and some other dude.
We're not safe here. We can't leave. What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna be honest, that guy said a lot of words. And, Chad remembers about half.
Well,
I think we should all start with a good night's rest. Maybe talk a little bit about our feelings or something, and get some shut-eye.
The only feeling I know is pain, but I know one thing is for sure.
I know in my heart that you have love in your heart.
Don't touch me.
Look, Aster, I told you before. We don't gotta talk about feelings. You don't have to have any that expressive stuff, babe. That's what the ale is for.
I feel that you all need severe protection. I think that we should all sleep in a circle, and I will take first watch.
That's okay, dude. In case there's not gonna let nothing happen to Chad, and
I don't
Chad
mind.
ain't gonna let anything happen to his bros.
I don't mind staying up all night. I don't sleep.
Why don't you
I saw
sleep?
you sleeping on the way here.
I'm not exactly alive, remember?
Oh yeah.
Pull out my sketchbook and just flip over to a sketch of you asleep in the carriage.
That was after I tasted Chad's rancid ale that one time.
Almost killed
This
you.
is totally gnarly stuff.
And you defaced my markings on my face. And they were bulbous and very crude.
Please don't ever brew ever again.
It's not really your strong suit, Chad.
It's a work in practice, but Chad's been learning. Every batch is better than last.
I'm
So,
sleeping.
I had one batch.
I just kind of pick a corner
Yeah.
that's where I can at least see the door and the window. Just kind of set my shield and hammer and just kind of sit watch and just kind of mentally pray to my god, like, for one, why am I still here with these idiots? And two, can you give me an answer of what's going on around here?
Because you love us.
Is that would like I guess a religion check maybe, or
Well, you're kind of trying to, I guess, kind of pray to your god for guidance and maybe cast a prophecy. Sure. Go ahead and give me a religion check. We'll see. We'll see what you remember.
because I know that it's very.
That is a 1.
Solid
That is a
dude.
solid one.
I love it.
That's Uno.
Apparently, Kirkaboth is tired of hearing my complaints.
Oh no!
It's a direct invitation to the void itself.
Well, you actually, basically what comes to mind actually isn't so much, you're trying to think on scripture, but all that comes to mind is just that the chorus of that last, that last black metal song you were hearing, just kind of going over and over again, and kind of talks about, striving through the void, reaching out, finding nothing, sadness is my only ally, and this repeating that over and over again, and the song gets stuck in your head. It's actually really annoying.
I'm just kind of sitting there going, thinking about it, going, oh yeah,
Wait,
that was a good concert.
is that Perkamoth Christian rock?
It is anything but. I promise you.
Is there like a bar or a counter?
Yeah, there's a counter. It's unoccupied right now, and Gunter has long since closed the common room down and gone to the back. Looking at it, though, you will see
nap
that
time.
there's an interesting bit of paint, kind of in a delicate scroll work that has decorated the bar. It's the rest of the bar is very drab. The common house is drab. It's dreary. Not really a lot of ornamentation, but the bar apparently some work has gone in to actually make it look kind of nice with an actual painted design around it. The Shellenite inside you actually appreciates it.
Smiling with
2
glee.
Shellenites.
2
Shellenites.
I guess you're counting the bird. Oh, you're a Shellenite
Yeah.
too. In that case, yes, you both actually look at it. You're like, huh, how nice.
I would have never expected such a beautiful piece of work in such a drab and dreary place.
Well, it obviously wasn't done by him, but I just wanted to sleep behind here for more cover in case it gets in.
Have you tried sleeping behind Chad?
I will be directly behind him and the wood.
That's
Much safer.
fair point.
But then there's this.
Not sure what's thicker.
I wouldn't want that to get damaged in any fight, though. To deface such beauty is a sin.
What is it? Go up and actually take a look at what the art is.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, like what it depicts.
What it depicts? Oh, it's not, it doesn't depict any particular scene that you can see. It just seems to be some just decorative scroll work that's just been painted onto the bar and then lacquered over to preserve the paint.
I'll take a bunch of the stools and I'll try to lay them together so I can actually lay across them.
All right. Desperate to not sleep on the floor, you are going to raise yourself up. That way, should the beast come in, it will at least not have to bend over so low to eat you.
Like one of those cat
I have
fooders.
I have a stool also, so hopefully balance it out.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Chad's gonna glance over at this dude in the corner here. Is he like asleep or he's kind of hanging out?
He appears to be quite asleep, yes.
Fair enough. He looks like he's having a great time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find myself a secluded corner as Chad can find here in this particular room. Kneel down. Lay my
There's,
blade.
in fact, one corner left that is unoccupied.
Watch where Chad's going. Lay this blade down. Still have this mug with about half a mug ale in my hands. Hey, Kayleen, bro. And that was totally uncool what I did back there. Didn't help those dudes. Apparently we didn't even pay him. In my defense, it was supposed to be Zarg's job, and I was pretty sure he was hired from those mercenaries with good contracts. Not really sure he got him to follow us, honestly, but totally just ditched him, man. So you know, it's always the first tenet of the rules of Chad. You gotta live to drink another day. You can't bring the party anywhere else. I know you feel me, bro. But I want you to know that I'm sorry. Chad doesn't feel great about it.
Chad, you pray really loud.
Well, else is the kids are gonna hear me.
He's got a point. He's usually roaring
He's
blackout
like-
drunk. He can't hear anything.
He's way up there. I mean, the dude's got real good hearing, but
You do know he's omniscient, right?
Chad can't spell that word. He doesn't know what that word means. He didn't take that class at
you
college.
can't see the future.
He told
You
you.
live in the present, man. That's what it's all about. I keep telling you this, dude.
Religion is so confusing.
I sit down in front of the lacquered, beautiful bar, pull out my coloring pencils, start sketching.
Okay. The light is terrible, but you are an elf.
Low light.
So you can kind of make it
I'll
out.
fix it in the morning.
Sure.
Still sleeping behind the bar.
Do you have religion?
Do I?
Do you?
Do
Hey, what is this
I?
thing you're looking at over here, babe?
Yes.
You do.
I.
Why don't you roll me a religion check?
For a total of a 10.
Total of a 10.
I was gonna assist you, but I guess you seem like
I actually have,
You're praying.
for what it matters, I have every knowledge skill.
You have every knowledge skill?
Yeah,
You're
including
behind the bar, though.
society. Just if we need them.
If we need them,
can
should you need
Lore
us?
art it.
Sorry, what was that now?
I could lore art it.
Lore art it. You could also lore art it, but really religion is more appropriate here. However, with a 10, nothing really strikes out at you aside from the fact that it's just a beautiful piece, and you actually kind of feel nice looking at it.
Always
I'm
prayer
very
complete.
happy.
The chat's pretty curious about what everyone's looking at behind the bar over here.
It's not behind the bar. It's in front of
Well,
the bar. It's
just in
actually
front of the
whole
bar.
Sorry.
I'm trying to sleep in front of the bar. Would you please stop
Oh,
poking your head
Yeah,
over
Dude, I want
here?
to see what this thing is.
can you?
Couldn't you
just-
see it
can
in
you
the
move
morning?
Fast, real fast. I need a better view of the bar.
I hate all of you.
Sorry, babe. Yeah. I can get out of the way of the light, but there's not really a whole lot of that.
That's
Hold on.
That's
I
my.
guess my
That's why?
Oh, this is a
this
pretty
poor
cool
guy in
thing
the
here.
corner.
This guy in the
This is
corner.
why
Does
you
the
go
chat know what
behind the
this is?
bar, where
Uh,
none of this can bother
Give me
you.
religion. Maybe.
The chat's trained to religion.
I am getting up and
He's a
going
champion
down
of faith.
behind the
It's actually
bar
like
with
one of the few
you.
things you paid attention to.
Excuse me. This isn't just a class. This is the chat's lifestyle.
This was your elective.
It's only like a 4 or something. No, it's not good. Did I bonk it? What was
You
it?
bonked it. It was a.
I mean, I'll
Roll it
believe
again.
you guys, whatever you tell
It was
me.
an 8.
I couldn't see it. Hey, well, it's gonna be an 11 then. Not much better.
An 11 then, not much better. Yeah, you're looking at it. I mean, it's pretty.
The
It's
chat is a learned dude, but he's not very smart. Book learning's always been hard for this show.
I get up from my corner. Do you want me to take a look?
Hey, sir, come look at this thing. It's pretty neat looking.
Oh my god.
Please stop! We're trying to sleep behind the
Fine,
bar.
give me a religion check. Everyone, whoever wants to roll religion, just go roll religion. You want to
That's
pop
right.
up the bar?
Get a
Look at
one.
it?
a
You
one?
deserve it.
Again?
You know what?
It's got to be used somehow.
Amazing. Hero point to identify the scroll work painted on the bar.
Right? I think.
That's totally,
Yeah.
that's totally fine, dude.
It's a total of a 10.
Pretty cool looking, right?
Man,
It's very
that
cool
scroll
looking.
work is real pretty. And like, man, like,
Don't.
Zargate just goes in there and like
Don't.
smashes his
No,
forehead
don't.
into it, and like thinks. And man, just that chorus, that song will just not leave your brain.
No, don't engage.
I
Part
have
of the
to.
void, part of the void, part of... No, that's not what I mean.
Yes.
Damn it.
Do you know what
I
this
just throw it
is?
back on the table.
Apparently, no one is going to. Everyone keeps banging their head against the bar. You're not getting any sleep tonight.
At this point, with everybody making so much racket about the bar, I'm going to get back up from behind the bar. And I'm going to take a look
This
at
is
it so I can
player
explain to
character
them
nonsense.
what it is so they will go sit down and
You see
sleep.
what happens when you add flavor to the brew?
I know, right?
See what
the
happens?
hell? What the hell? What was I
You
thinking?
did this.
Chenkov's gone. I deserve it.
That was
Sorry.
5.
on
Sorry, chat.
an 18 and it rolled
That's
over
okay.
to a
It
5.
was like a 5 beam.
So you know I have to.
Why do I
you-
give you hero points?
As is my style, I must.
what happens, man.
Oh my god. Kados feeds.
Hey, start
22.
sleeping, dude.
A 22?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my god. All right. I believe I threw this piece of detail in here. I didn't expect to eat up like 15 minutes of time.
Welcome to the GMC, dude.
That's it. That's it right
I
there.
have to stand up and explain to them what this is so they'll let me sleep.
All right. So you look at it and you think about it for a minute. And the Shellonite, you're a Shellonite, right? The rhythm of the scroll work actually follows a Shellonite psalm. Like, if you look at it, the breaks in the scroll work, it actually counts the beat in the psalm if you sing it. And you actually know the psalm, and you kind of go down and sing the psalm, and it actually matches perfectly. Unless this is just a total coincidence, and this is a total stretch on your part, if a Shellonite made this, they actually knew Shellonite scripture.
Oh, it at least appears to be something you should be familiar with.
Oh.
It's a Shellonite's work. It's a song. Quite literally.
Now that he sings it, you know it.
You have a beautiful singing voice. I've ever told you that.
Well, what would be the point of practicing my work if I didn't at least have some talent?
I should have let the beast take me.
I like singing. The chat has a bunch of drinking songs.
Hey,
Please don't.
We know what it is now. Let us go to sleep.
I can teach
Please.
you some orca songs.
Hey, we can go find that guy. We can get around to ales.
I'm gonna cast electric arc on someone in this room if you don't go to sleep.
It's like 7 p.m., dude. The chat's just getting his drink on.
We have to be out by dawn. We have to be up early.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, chat needed is a pretty heavy sleeper. And I've seen this Zark go to sleep.
We'll drag you both out if we have to. Don't worry.
take my bird. Dawn. As soon as the sun rises, wake me up. You got it? Got it.
Flutters up to the rafters,
Yep.
sits down.
I just come back to my
falls
corner.
asleep.
I just
Alright.
gotta find
So-
this.
Does Zarg actually not sleep?
I mean,
I mean, you can stay up if
Technically.
you want to. I mean, technically, anyone can not sleep. You just get exhaustion the next day.
I think it's there. I don't
Pretty
remember.
sure he's there.
I do sleep. I just make it look like I don't because I am super edgy.
You
and-
sleep with your eyes open.
Well, you can't really tell because they're blackened out.
She's have to sleep. You
because
have to
I'm
sleep.
Underdrow. Or Duskwalker, I'm sorry. Not Underdrow. I don't know why I said that.
All right.
You can't tell if I'm asleep or awake.
Duskwalker at work. Gotta love it.
Yep.
All right.
Dork.
So your mind fades into the beat of the song in your mind, eventually losing awareness of the room
just
around
kinda-
you.
One of you bros help the Chad get out of his armor.
Sure,
This Chad's a
Chad.
real pickle. I got fat
I'm gonna help Chad get out of his armor.
Cauliflower fingers.
It's appropriate that the tall person who's still awake is the one who helps Chad out of his armor.
The last to go to sleep, the first to rise.
That's it. All right. So you're helped out of your armor. You settle down. You have your nightcap in the form of I suppose Ustalav's version of a Pabst Blue Ribbon, and and you settle down.
Tastes more like a White Claw.
You almost killed him!
Chad knows his White Claws.
Wait, there's more than one flavor?
Yeah, there's like 6 or 7 flavors.
Oh, babe, someday you got to come drinking with the Chad. Experience the frat life.
Of White Claw.
Absolutely not. If I'm going to be drinking anything, it will at least be a fine wine.
Alright, well, the night will pass uneventfully.
Not here.
The sun will rise.
Why is such expensive beer, babe? Doesn't even taste as good.
No monster breaks its way in to eat all of you, despite what I truly
That is
wish.
unfortunate.
There's going to be
Oh,
a little pink daisy painted on his weapon, a little pink daisy painted on his armor.
Do you sleepwalk and
No.
vandalize people's
No.
things, or
It's
just
just I
birds?
sleep less, and then the rest is just menial downtime activity.
And then you vandalize other people's things.
Then I go over and mark other people with the marks of what I believe is Shaylin.
It's okay. I'm confident she wakes up before the Chad does.
She probably does. In fact, as the
We
sun
didn't
starts to
check
appear,
to see if the bartender was a thrall.
you didn't.
What kind of Ustalavian trespassers are we?
Well, you're
It's
all
not good
thralls
ale.
now. So,
Adventure's over.
Venture's over. Yeah, we all win.
GG, guys.
The sun will rise. Avant, your bird, will kind of flutter down and kind of nudge you awake so you can proceed with vandalizing everybody's things. And within fairly short order, you'll actually hear a kind of a clanging noise as Gunter comes down the stairways. All awake! All awake! All right, all of you outsiders, get out. I have to clean the place.
I stumble up and I'm just. Did you paint on my hammer again?
It's the mark of Shaylin. That's a blessing to you.
Oh, babe, I'm gonna need you to talk a little quieter right now.
I'm talking as quiet as I can.
Oh, it's way too early for that kind of...
You didn't even
I-
drink that much.
I just go and help Chad up. Come on.
Gonna start singing a Shaylin prayer of good mornings to everyone in a nice, loud voice.
I'm gonna join in.
I'm
So
alive,
the
alert,
vent.
awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm awake, alert, alive. I'm alive, alert, awake. I'm awake, alert, alive, enthusiastic.
So I'm gonna cast a spell.
Silence.
Admonishing Ray.
Fair
A
enough.
magical slap.
Magical non-lethal damage.
Alright,
I think
Chad's up. I'm ready.
I think this is the time to begin the investigation.
Wait, what investigation?
What investigation?
Why we have to find out what this beast is so we can get the heck out of here so I don't have to spend another night in this inn with you people.
Why don't we just leave? There's a road right there that leads out of town.
Well, not to mention how many more innocents would die because of it.
The last person who tried to leave was eaten alive.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a...
Did we see that?
We were told that.
Oh, we were told that, but we didn't see it.
The man never returned.
Who was this man?
The priest.
What priest?
We
The
should
one that's dead.
go and look at that tower now that it's light out.
Right. Let's get going
Let's
then.
get Chad in his armor first.
Oh, yeah.
And just roll the whole thing
Get some
out.
assistance with that, and then we can go find a... I don't know
Today's
what
color-
that's not a gate's got to do with it.
Today's
Why?
color was pink, Chad.
Why do you wear glasses inside?
He's got a
Flayleaf.
over.
Why don't you?
Because I have a monocle.
You don't.
Yeah, that's right.
You're fairly unceremoniously
I can feel
ushered
the
outside
disappointment
into the
coming
street.
from over there.
Ushered out into
I
the
drag my
street.
greatsword and my armor back with me. It's okay, I can just down the street, it's cool.
And you can kind of see the town kind of coming awake around you. Doors open, houses are aired out, people come out. It's nearly the natives of this place. You see, they all seem to be human. You don't see any non-humans here. But they seem to be going about their business of the day. Within fairly short order, you can hear various trades start up as the town kind of comes to life.
I'll fold my stool back up, put it back over my shoulder so that I can have it to question people later.
It's a real dark morning out here. Chad can't even wear shades.
We should find some place to get breakfast because we can't ask questions on an empty stomach.
Oh, that's a great idea, dude. But hey, is it cool if I bum money for breakfast out of you?
You do realize you gave me all of your money at the beginning of this trip to dole it out to you because you knew you were going to spend it all, so it's actually all your money I'm just giving back to you.
Well, you can't expect him to remember that. He was drunk.
Yeah.
You're not bumming it. I'm spending it for you.
Oh, yeah, that's cool, dude. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're an ATM.
So, what's kind of going on with this town? What's, smell like eggs or
If we want to know,
ham?
probably it would be a good idea to ask. There's plenty of people out now that it's not dark.
Right. Should we stay together or split up?
We should...
I can go find us some breakfast. I was walking with literally the first person walking past.
This one is a woman wearing sort of the heavy woolen garments typical to Ustalav, shawl pulled up to kind of ward off the chill. It is a little chilly in Ustalav, rural Ustalav. Your breath was probably steaming a bit last night. What do you want?
Hey, babe, you have any good place to get breakfast around here?
Breakfast?
Let's have him kick us out real early. Is that into clean or something?
Huh. Gunter let you in, did he? Well, yeah, so he'd be greedy enough, too, to open his door in the night when the beast is running about.
Oh, yeah, the Manticore. We saw it the other day. Totally gnarly.
Heh, totally gnarly. Is that what you're saying about it?
Yeah.
You outsiders. Well, you're looking for food now, huh?
Madam, we don't mean to impose, but we would very much like it if we could have perhaps some breakfast and perhaps a little conversation. We know nothing about your beautiful town. As you said, we're guests.
Oh, yeah, Fasty's got coin. He's good for it.
Isn't that exactly imposing, though?
Well, not if I pay her.
That's what the money's for, yeah.
So this is just like literally a random woman on the street.
Yeah.
All right.
First person seen by the chatster.
Well, Gunter, get the place up. He'll sell you whatever food or lodging. You're not getting anything out of my house, outsiders. But
I think it was posed more as a question, ma'am. We simply needed to know where to go. If Gunter is willing to accommodate, then that's all we needed.
If it involves you giving him coin, Gunter will accommodate anything you want.
Well, thank you for the information.
Yes, of course, of course.
Is there a temple in town?
Huh? A temple? Oh, well, if you're
Religion.
looking
We just
for
came
a
to the
sword.
temple.
In my countryside.
I wasn't talking about Cade and Killian. I meant like a temple.
Well, there's the Pharasman Shrine. That's a bit on the other side of town, other side of the tower over there.
Perfect.
And, well, I suppose...
We'll be dead soon.
I suppose technically Lyria's house might count, depending. Any particular
who's that?
faith you're looking for?
Oh, no. Anyone who's friendly.
Friendly. Ha! Well, Pharasma's not necessarily friendly, but she's fair. She looks after us.
I don't think we're staying here terribly long, but the Chad's always down for new friends.
Ha! Well,
Never had enough drinking buddies.
if ever think you want to leave, go right ahead. Maybe the beast won't eat you like it does everyone else.
Who's Illyria?
Huh? Oh, she's very sweet. If you go bother her and cause any trouble,
We
we'll never
won't.
forgive you.
We won't, but where is she?
Well, her town should probably be happy to talk to you. She's westward of the watchtower. It seems that all directions that they give in this town is from the watchtower, which
Well,
is
that makes
clearly
sense.
visible from anywhere in town.
Are we going to go visit the Shrine of Pharasma? Oh, I absolutely adore Pharasma. Her color palette is exquisite.
No. We're gonna go visit the babe who's really nice, who might be really, really nice, and maybe she could be your type, and you could paint her.
That sounds absolutely
You
boring.
think so?
Yeah,
I do rather like the idea of food first.
yeah. I'm sure she'll feed us. Let's go that way.
So wait, what are we going over there for?
She's a babe.
Okay, but there's tons of babes. Master's a babe.
I know, but
It's a babe.
this is a babe who knows something and who might feed us.
What do we know, though? Other word to find breakfast.
Well,
How to leave town, perhaps.
and what the monster is.
There's a Manticore. The Chad's already told you this.
Regardless
Look, if you
of...
just-
Fast is gonna sit there and kind of put a hand in front of his face and count to 5 real slowly.
We're gonna go.
Look, if you just find the Chadster, a good heavy crossbow, we can deal with this Manticore business and be on our way.
I don't think that's how this works, Chad.
Those glasses,
You drop them.
they really suit you. I like you.
Thank you. I
Do
think
you
I.
think she's my type, like Esther?
I mean, maybe.
Tall, pale, and
Yeah, I like
colorblind.
it. I dig it.
I hides the creepy elf eyes.
Alright, sure. Let's go fast. I'm down for whatever.
All right, let's
We don't
try
have
to.
any other plans, so, the caravan business.
I'm gonna try to herd these idiots in that general direction.
Hey, do you think we should check on the caravan?
Yeah.
Probably.
No.
I'm sure their corpses are lovely in the light of day.
I don't think their corpses were left. I think they were eaten.
Why do you have to remind us?
Well, you made a false statement.
We did watch one of them be eaten before we left.
All the Chad knows is we
I
looked
thought
for
you
those
were
dudes
smarter
and
than
paid
this,
them
Bass.
and didn't get any proper funeral rites.
We can
I
do
don't
it.
have a ton of my own stash on me, but the kids wouldn't really like it if we let the day pass without pouring some out for the fallen.
He does got a point. We should at least pay respects to those who died in our presence, and we did nothing to do to stop it.
Right.
Yeah, because
Well, I mean, we ran away real fast. but-
we didn't
did
want
run
to
away,
die.
Yes.
And us dying would not have made their dying any better or more honorable, which is why we didn't stay.
Well, that's why we left, but we can't just leave them there.
Do you
Come on,
think the
dude.
Manticore's
we're not-
still
That's not
there?
cool.
We're not
This-
gonna leave them there, but we gotta go find out what the heck is going on first.
Chad, this is what I suggest. As a war priest of Kirkamoth, and pain and vengeance in my orcish culture, I suggest we find this beast, slay it, and then lay our brothers in arms to rest.
Yeah, what he said.
I would like to point out it tore guards in metal armor in half.
He's got a point. She's got a point.
It's okay. I have metal armor.
In half.
No, well, we couldn't really afford the whole half plate, so it's more like scale mail.
From the head up and from the legs down is half of you. It
I'm
will take
trying
them
to
off
shove
of the
them
metal
in the
part.
direction of Illyrius.
Chad will be shepherded well. We discuss.
You'll follow the town. As you go, the two Shellenites actually are going to notice the typical drab buildings. Occasionally, you'll see a little accent here or there, painted on in a sort of a bright color. Not necessarily like flowers or anything like that, but sometimes like just a bit of carving on the outside of the building. A bit actually with a bit of a colorful paint put on. It seems as though that these are different hands. Maybe the people inside actually made a slight effort to go and decorate some part of their house. As you get more towards, you're herding them in the direction of Lyria's. Correct? Okay.
Trying so hard.
Well, apparently, thankfully, distracted by their banter, they're perfectly willing to be pushed in a particular direction.
Wait. I want to draw this. I want to draw that.
It's slow going. In fact, they become more prevalent as you move further into the western section of town, or west of the watchtower, apparently. Until finally you'll actually come to a house which has two double barn-type doors that have been opened to open almost the entire side of the house out. Incredibly decorated, very colorful. And you can see a young woman sweeping the dust out into the street. This house is very intricately done. Paint is been applied in beautiful patterns all over it. It's almost blinds you at first. You're a little dazzled just kind of coming up on it. The young woman who's sweeping out just kind of like regards the lot of you, since you're all clearly outsiders, and just kind of blinks at all of you.
Milady?
Oh, goodness. What are you all doing here?
Can I paint a portrait of your house?
These are some pretty bodacious dicks.
Why, thank you. I've worked very hard.
We come to ask around about the creature that's been terrorizing this
The
town.
Manticore.
Oh, is that what it is?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Oh. It's not.
We're
what
not
it is.
entirely sure what it is, but maybe you can give us some clues.
Well, of course. Oh goodness, you're quite enthusiastic, aren't you?
And I'm pulling out an easel and a canvas I've been carrying, just setting it. Can I paint your house? I want to paint your house.
Well, of course. It's
course.
here to inspire everyone.
Oh, it's inspiring. All right.
Milady? Hello.
I'm not noble born, please.
You are clearly a lady, and you're clearly a lovely lady, because that's what the crazy, strange old lady who was walking through the street told us.
In fact, we talked about these assumptions, dude.
It's not nice to
It's
call
a
people
pretty safe one
crazy.
here, but still.
You're very kind. But any grace that is for me has been given to me by Goddess Shaylin, and for me to go and bring my beauty to the rest of the world.
Oh, good, you'll get along great with them.
You're Shalenite? Oh, I just pulled out my sketchbook and passed it to her.
Okay, Shayla, that's that thing these babes like.
Oh, beautiful. Ha! Oh, you try very hard. I can see a development of your style here. It's beautiful. It looks wonderful on you. And she's actually like looking through it and studying it. Truth be told, I actually took my vows and am here ministering to this town.
That would explain the sudden burst of color the closer we got.
Indeed. But I feel that my efforts have touched the hearts of many here. I grew up here, you see. It was a dreary part of it, but no, everyone, they're all good people in their own way, but the drab lifestyle is Ustalav. Shaylin seeks to, by beautifying your surroundings, you beautify what's inside you as well.
Everyone has love somewhere inside their heart. It's just sometimes buried underneath the drab, uncolorful palettes around them.
All they need is an external and visible sign of their internal invisible grace.
Like breakfast.
Oh, yeah, breakfast would be totally sweet.
Well, I have some provisions. I'll share with you.
We are more than happy to compensate you.
Oh, you're very kind. I certainly take donations. But please
give her
in.
a gold piece.
So kind of blink at it as you hand it to her. The lady provides. Please come in. She'll usher you in. The interior of her establishment is, I mean, it's not an establishment, it's her house. She lives here. Like, she has a bed in the corner. There's a kitchen stove over there. Everything is very it's not richly decorated. It looks like everything has basically been done with dyes and paints, most of which you could get locally. So there's nothing in purple, right? There's nothing that's a bright yellow. But what colors are available in the area are liberally used into very beautiful patterns.
I'd never imagined a house could be loud, but...
Oh, unfortunately, Oven has flown off to go find breakfast. That's purple, right? Let's point out
No, my dear, no.
I'm getting so close.
You'll know purple because if you see purple dye for sale, it will be more money than you could ever afford in a house.
Well, I don't see the price tag on it.
It's rare, dear.
And that right there is green dye, right?
Disaster. She has some trouble with colors
There's
sometimes.
the green.
Oh.
She's going
As much as I love painting, I unfortunately have been not blessed with the sight of color.
Well, your sketches are lovely.
Dear
Thank you.
girl, if you don't mind me asking, what has been happening? Why is this thing here?
No, right, the Manticore, yeah.
I couldn't tell you why, but apparently it appeared a few days ago, causing all sorts of trouble. Anyone in the outskirts was attacked, devoured, killed, mostly devoured. No sign was found of them. The beast has been growing bolder over the time, and the outskirts, the miller's house, the first time it actually attacked a settlement, no one's seen anything of him, and the windmill, it just sort of turns lazily. We all fear the worst. Father Elias tried to go and fetch help from the Count, but apparently anyone moving past a certain radius of the village becomes fair game for the creature.
Wait, there's more than one of them?
More than
How many
one.
did you say you could count?
I'm sorry? Well, more than...
He hasn't had his morning
I
drink.
think you missed her point.
Do you have anything for him to
Just need
drink?
help count? No.
I have water.
Sounds like there's,
There's some
bunch
milk
of them.
left.
Well, he's a
I don't think that's
Canaanite,
what she
so
meant.
he's missing his morning prayer.
You'll want to see Gunther at the common house if you want anything like that.
We'll
It's
be
early
heading
in the
back.
morning, even for a Cadenite, is it not?
Not for Chad.
Let's see.
So you say that what day did it start on? Do you know? Do you know when that first happened?
About 3 days ago, perhaps.
3 days ago. 3 days ago. Okay. And let's see. What day was that?
What day is it now?
Wheel day.
Calendar.
You write it down. If you're going to make me come out dates, you're going to write it down.
And was it a full moon?
I don't believe it was.
Hmm.
There was quite a storm that day, though. A large windstorm came through, thunder, lightning, all of that sort of thing. But, I mean, nothing unusual about that this time of year.
And the Millers, where did they live?
I believe they would live at the mill.
Well, here, come down here to the road, and you see the windmill on the hill over there. right to the base.
Well, this does seem like it's a really unfortunate kind of situation here, but
Oh, you can certainly say that. You're
the
outside.
chat
stuck
feels
in a
somewhat
village.
responsible for the fate of the caravan. But Dude Fast is right. We'd like to find this thing. How about if we can?
If you can take care of this, we'll be much obliged. The people don't show it, but truly, most of us are quite terrified. We're having to lock our houses at night, and we do our best to go about our business in the daytime, but... and around this time, you can actually almost faintly hear on the breeze that strange shrieking noise. Oh, it's up.
I don't like that noise. Even
Where's it
far
come-
away, I can hear it clearly.
Well, don't bring it up to anyone in town. It's a sore subject, you might say. We're all trying to do our best. But if you need any help, if any of you get injured, I come back. I'll do my best for you.
What direction was it coming from?
It's sort of floating on the wind, so it seems to be maybe roughly that direction. Not really the direction of the mill, but it's hard to tell. It seems to bounce around.
Hey, Zark, did you hear that? Totally sounded like that Manticore from the other night.
Dude.
Sometimes I wonder how you manage to breathe.
I don't think it's a thing you really have to consciously do, dude. It just kind of happens on its own. Just flowing with the life, you know?
Yeah, I do. Let's go see the mill.
Sure, yeah.
If you're interested in tracking this sort of thing, you might want to check in at the watchtower. Old Yar might be able to give you some advice.
Okay, thank
Is that
you.
in the middle of town?
The watchtower.
I'm
There's
pretty
only
sure it's
one.
The big tower.
I wasn't sure if there would be something on the outskirts. We haven't seen the whole town yet.
Oh, no, most certainly you probably have seen almost the entire town.
Fair enough.
Thank you. She'll take her hand and he'll...
You're darling.
Weird.
Your hair is quite striking. I'm sure your friend would love to paint it, although you might want to give her some pointers on the shade.
It's okay.
Color is
once
difficult.
once Avant comes back, I just hold up my brush and just like, oh, what's that? He helps me see the colors. It's my blessing from Shaylin.
Oh, is that a fact?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Anyways, sketch done. I remember the colors. Okay, let's go.
Fast
Let's
is
pack
right.
everything
With
up.
them still on the brush, flinging the bird.
Fast is right. We should try and look into this one more. Why would you go to that windmill or this watchtower thing and talk to that dude she said?
That's what we're gonna go do.
Ah, it's a great idea.
Don't we want food?
Oh, yeah. Chad's pretty hungry. Check he's pretty.
And Chad needs to have his morning ritual.
I guess we could go right after this. We'll go back to the inn. We'll get you a little buzzed and some food.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like Chaz when he's not buzzed.
I mean, I could go to Watchtower if someone wants from it.
Yeah, we can go. It's cool.
Last time we let you go anywhere by yourself, you scared everyone there half to death.
For what it is,
I was just singing my favorite orc song. God.
for what it is worth, the watchtower is directly between anything else that we would like to do.
Exactly.
That-
See, you're a very logical person. It's why I like hanging out with you.
You think they'll let us go to the top of it?
No.
That'd be a
I hope
totally
so.
bodacious view.
It would be a wonderful view.
It's
Yeah,
likely
Aster
that
would love that.
the person we're trying to find is likely at the top, so we would have to at least go partway up to get his attention.
That's gonna be awesome.
Let's
Let's
go
do
knock.
that.
Oh my god.
All right. The morning wears on. Lyria will provide you with some basic biscuits and hardtack. Not quite. Like, basically, it's just like some stuff she happened to have to help out. Apparently, he's feeling very generous, given Fass's absurd donation. I guess when Fass isn't spending Fass's money, though, I guess he's more than happy with it.
Here you go, trust fund boy. Spending your money.
You'll find your way to the center of town in a very short while. And it is indeed a squat stone watchtower, maybe a couple stories tall, with what appears to be a crenellated parapet running around the roof. And there is a single door, fairly small, but it's open, very thick. Looking at it open as it opens outward, it is a thick door. It looks like whenever they built this thing, they built it for a military purpose to hold off like sieges. But the interior is, you can see the light of a lantern inside. But it's the squat base isn't too terribly wide.
I'll stick my head kind of in the doorway and knock on the door that's hanging out. Hey, dude? Moving home?
someone out there. And you'll hear kind of a moving sound.
There's about 5 someone's out here, actually.
Kind of the tap of a cane. And rounding the corner is a figure who is an old man, a venerable, very, very old man.
Oh, jeez.
It's like a rotten tomato.
It's like his face is shrunken, his ears and nose are huge, almost to halfling proportions. And it kind of comes around with a cane, leaning on it quite heavily, and kind of peers out at the 5 of you. Outsiders, are you? Goodness gracious, and trapped in here with us.
Yeah, I guess we're insiders now, huh?
Oh, we're always outsiders as long as we're not inside a building.
Wrong on both accounts, I'm afraid, but, well, you look like quite the motley lot. Well, what can old Yarum do for you?
We're here to find out more about the beast so we can save the day.
You remember that Manticore thing?
Oh.
Kind of attacked our caravan yesterday, and honestly, the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of pissed off about it.
I just want to go up to the top of the tower.
We also want to go to the top of the tower.
Of course. Well, come on in. He'll usher you inside. Inside this thing, you're not sure what to expect
We're
inside from a guy who lives in a stone watchtower. But what you're not expecting to find, most certainly, is mountains and mountains of books. They are everywhere. There is no wall in the tower that is not faced by a bookcase. There are bookcases sticking out. You see what appears to be a pallet that appears to have been built into one of the bookcases that I guess is where the guy sleeps. But the entirety of this place seems to be filled with books and other odd curiosities. Pottery, carvings, statues, all sorts of weird things just fill this entire watchtower.
He's actually just in his mid-30s.
Books.
This is just what sleeping on books does to you.
It just sucks the life right out of you.
Oh, hey, it's the library. That's not what I thought we were going to find here, but...
So much knowledge.
It's quite a trove, collected over quite a long lifetime.
Wait, these are all yours, dude?
That's so. I've all been entrusted with them for various things and reasons. I've had a long career.
How many of them have you read, though? Like 5? 6?
No, Chad, that's how many books you've read while you're in college.
5 or 6 shelves, perhaps. Truth be told, I've read almost all of them, but it's a matter of being able to remember it. That's the true trick.
Oh, yeah, the Chad totally understands that one.
You look like the type who would.
I don't have a problem remembering as long as I can see it.
Oh, look at you. Yes, I imagine. You're quite good at keeping new knowledge flowing into that head of yours. And he'll kind of flick a thumb out and just kind of move your hair a little bit.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
The Chad's got a great idea. Hey, you got any books about Manticores?
Manticores?
Or like hunted Manticores?
You're referring to that beast out there. It's
not a
Manticore, I'm afraid.
Thank you! He'll actually get out his stool, get up on his stool, and give the guy a big hug.
Are you sure? Because I saw it last night. I was pretty sure it was a Manticore.
No,
I've read about him before.
Not with the sound making like that.
What is it?
It's hard to tell, really. It could be a number of things. If I could go out and look myself, but I'm in no condition.
Oh, I have a rough sketch of it. It's just a shape and form.
Kind of peer
She
at it.
hasn't put a tail on it yet, though.
I haven't been able to block into details. I haven't had time.
Imagine that, but with like a scorpion tail come out.
It didn't have a scorpion tail.
There is no scorpion
all I
tail.
can tell from this is it's fairly large and stands on 2 legs.
And
is that
incredibly
about the right of it?
terrifying.
And terrifying. I'll make sure to put it in the terrifying category.
Let me help. Give me your pencil. Give me your pencil.
Come on, Esther. You must draw.
Fine.
Grab the pad, and I'll actually start making more of a scientifically accurate drawing of the thing.
It's a very anatomically correct drawing.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the wagon. He's going to draw in the wagon for perspective. from where I was standing, and then the size of the soldiers. And I'm actually going to draw in the distance between us and the soldiers to give him an idea of what the space perspective is. And then I'm going to draw in what I can remember of the beast as I was examining it. And try to write in some things to describe the way it moved.
How's your crafting?
Excellent, actually.
Okay.
I am a crafter, because I am an alchemist.
You're an alchemist? I thought you were an investigator.
I'm investigators that do alchemy.
An investigator that does alchemy?
I'm going to peer
So you got...
over his shoulder and be like, that's not right.
Of course it's right.
So go ahead and give me a crafting
This
check.
is my assisting on this.
Oh, you're trying to assist
I'm
on
trying to assist on
Please
this.
don't assist me.
Hey, old dude, have you ever heard of 1,000 Tales of Second the Fold? That is totally awesome.
I read something very similar when I was your age, I'm sure. Oh, a hero point to advise on an assist roll.
I'm an assist because I don't want to hinder. I'm an artiste. I hindered.
It's you serious?
Aiding at level 1 is pain.
It's pain.
So, did you actually hinder? You got below a 10?
Yeah. Totally. I got a 9.
So, Aster actually reaches over and grabs the pen in your hand to make corrections. What'd you get?
That's actually an 18, plus my 6 is a 24, minus 1 is a 23.
So it's a 23. You managed to fight the pen away from Aster and kind of try to complete your revision. You kind of take a look at it. This is cloth? He'll point to the section you've kind of sketched over the beast's face.
I also have a specialty in lore for Eldritch Horrors.
Eldritch Horrors?
Yep.
Things that should not exist.
Things that go bump in the whatever.
That sounds like a specialty in enemies or antagonists to me.
Nope.
Okay, the chat has a lore in heraldry.
See?
Those are totally different
Anyway.
things.
As I see him hand off the new sketch, and I am Zarge, just remembered. Hold on. I vaguely remember, while facing the beast, that there was some symbolism between, like, they're holy symbols of some kind. Not sure what kind, but they kind of look like this. I just kind of snatch a pencil out of whatever. And
bullying it.
So you start taking the drawing, and you start drawing holy symbols on the thing.
the ones that I remember what they look like.
Well, you didn't actually see any, as I recall.
Making
You
it up.
remember seeing something vaguely, but you...
It was that song. It's just, it keeps playing.
Just run the album cover.
You know what? Go ahead and give me a crafting check. Go ahead. Let's see how you add to it.
Don't add to it. Take a
gonna
different
be
piece of
great.
paper.
It's gonna
Oh,
be
God.
awesome.
All I really remember is that this thing was a real angry Manticore. It was
A 3? Do you have a bonus?
Absolutely.
Nope. Okay.
It was throwing dudes back.
He's that
in
middle
dozens.
schooler who
So
like,
you draw
draws-
your holy symbol on the front there. It's not very good.
It's a black
Hey, no,
hole.
the chat wants to help. I got an idea.
No!
Something.
Stop!
I'm just gonna draw myself.
No!
Here.
I'm taking the piece of paper away. I'm erasing what he did.
Well, unfortunately, they're taller than you, so they can just do this.
And we don't
Yeah,
have
but I have
I was about to say,
electric
Chad and
arc.
And we don't have an eraser.
I have electric arc.
Holding my head in my
Shaylin
hands.
believes there are no mistakes, only happy accidents.
You see this? That's my bicep.
So what we
I
have
wasn't really
here
flexing at the time. but I
is
like to
what
imagine it was.
happens when many witnesses try to corroborate their stories, I'm afraid.
Mine was correct.
It's all... I'm sure you believe it was. But unfortunately, eyewitness accounts are actually the worst thing to do when trying to
That was me. I
identify...
added it in there. I was in the back.
I have
yes,
a
I
photographic
see.
memory. I can guarantee you that mine was correct.
I'm certain you do. I'm certain you believe it in your heart of hearts. But no, a long career has taught me that evidence is really the only thing that we
Did you
can go
recognize it?
Why are we drawing stuff for this guy?
I'm afraid that what we have here is vague impressions, and it seems like if you saw it last night or last twilight, I doubt the lighting was very good. I could give you things that this might be, but if you go off thinking it's something that it's not, and you prepare inappropriately...
I could really
It's a
care less at this
So-
point what you tell me, as long as it's something aside from nothing.
Spectacular. In that case, you can take a shovel in that corner and dig your own grave, because that's what I'll be sending you to do if I tell you the wrong thing.
We do probably need that shovel. We are actually going to have to dig like a lot of graves.
Well, there's not going to be bodies left to bury.
For what it is worth, I can see in the dark. I could clearly see at least the bandages. Those were there.
I'm going to try to redraw what I drew originally.
Why don't we...
Progress made 0.
I have an idea.
It did have cloth of some kind wrapped around it.
Call me crazy, but we go get breakfast. We go to the scene and see if we can't find
we're not going back outside the town.
See if we can't find anything it may have left behind to let us identify it, such as a footprint or something that might have broken off. And then we come back to this fine young gentleman and corroborate our stories.
Did you or did you not
joy
hear?
Of speaking to elves.
Did you or did you not hear everyone say that if you go outside the town, you die? Or like, did that just like completely pass you by?
I'm a very fast runner.
They certainly seem to believe it, but it is just one beast.
I had a whole bunch of people tell me that I was younger that if I dated this babe Sam, it was going to ruin my life. Everything was totally fine.
She ruined your life.
No.
She's the reason you got drunk before you were a Canaanite.
There was a whole lot of reasons I drank before I was a kid. My family was a lot more about the Avatar kind of thing. But, old dude. What was your name again? I'm sorry, the chat is terrible with names.
Very kind of you to ask. I'm Yarum.
He said that already.
Look, the chat has a hard time remembering things. We talked about this, dude. Don't put
Look,
pressure
It's
on
the
the
alcohol
chat.
poisoning.
Look, this Manticore thing. Zarg's right. And Shiska's right. I mean, it was wearing some kind of shirt or something, which I thought was kind of weird for a Manticore, because I didn't think they could wear clothes. And you heard it scream, I'm sure you live here. It makes a really weird noise.
It makes it very curious.
It was screaming and, like, dudes were flying.
Can we go
really hitting them. It was just launching them back.
Can we go back
magic or something?
to the things that it could have been based on what I showed you and the fact that it seemed to be able to make people scared of it with its voice.
Oh, it's been able to make people scared of it with its voice. Look, I'm sure you think very highly of your brain and what little evidence you've gathered, but I'm telling you, I can speak with the voice of experience. You don't have nearly enough to go on.
I'm aware of that, but I need you to give me something else to go on.
Excellent. I would suggest going out and doing what some of your braver compatriots are and gathering some more evidence. Tracks, claw marks, anything of that sort will help narrow it down.
We're not going back outside the town.
Well,
I think we should definitely go back to the caravan.
I think we should
then
take it to a vote.
I'm afraid you're doomed to make as little progress as everyone else in this town.
Take it to a vote. Who wants to go back out and try to get evidence? Because I don't want to stay in this town very long.
We gotta go pour one out for the boys.
I would like to go back to sleep behind the bar, please.
Well, we can do that. We can do that after we solve this case, because I would like to continue to our original destination.
I mean, I was going to suggest going to the Miller's house and see the evidence, if the creature left
Yeah,
any evidence.
that's a good idea. We're going back to the Miller's house.
Isn't the Miller's house outside of town too?
Are you asking?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's on the outskirts.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's not like deep out into the woods where the caravan was.
Yeah,
but it's on
I'm
the outskirts.
fine with going there.
But didn't the Millers get attacked at their own house?
Look, dudes and babes.
Well,
the mill is on the way back to the caravan, so we might as well stop there, look around, do what Fast wants to do, and then make our way out. Go with Zarg's idea. And
in general, if it's one thing I notice about most unholy abominations, is that generally once they stalk the place and fed, they don't really come back there unless they make it a nest.
It's not very polite to call it unholy. We don't even know what it is.
Manticore.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you for being difficult, and we'll come back later.
And thank you for not letting me kill you with bad advice.
Thank you, young man, for your time.
Well, come on, guys. Let's go see the mill.
Calling him young is like calling a sunset something.
Calling the sunset beautiful? Yes. He's young.
That library sucked. I couldn't even read half the titles on those books.
Can't read
I agree. Up high.
Yeah.
So we venture forth to the Millers.
Just keep on going to the caravan.
So you'll make your way through the town shortly, and the town will eventually disappear behind a hill as you crest it, making your way up. The area becomes wooded very quickly, and birdsong will sort of start to kind of echo around the sounds of the forest. And every now and then, just floating on the wind, that baleful shriek will just float its way. Sounds very far away.
Okay.
It's not here, so I'm not terrified yet. Just very scared.
As a whisper elf, I don't get anything real particular for actual doing that, but I do keep my ears super tuned to that.
Pick you up.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I don't want to get in close to us.
Just hide in your backpack.
You actually almost just every time, since you're just keeping this really in tune, it's like you almost feel your heartbeat pick up every time you hear it. And the anticipation of waiting for it to happen again is almost worse than when it actually comes.
Like waiting for a jump scare in a movie.
Yeah, exactly. You're basically just trying to... Yeah, you're basically keeping yourself on edge by doing it, but you are able to kind of tell. Sometimes it seems a little bit further away. Sometimes it seems to have come a little closer, but you know, it never seems like so close that you'd be like, oh my god, it's on the other side of the hill or something like that.
As we get close to the millers, I'm gonna start keeping my eye out for tracks on the ground that don't look like what could have been left by normal people.
Sure. The track leading out to the miller from town does not seem to have anything. But once you arrive at the miller's house and the windmill next to it, things become I guess significantly better from the point of finding evidence, and significantly worse as far as what's happened here. The door has apparently been smashed inward off of its hinges, and in fact off of its frame. The partial stone and timber walls have actually been crushed inwards as well. It took a tremendous amount of force. It would take siege equipment to go and break into an Ustalav house in short order. This miller's house was not built any differently. It was built very sturdily, and it looks like this creature just forced its way inside. Looking around, you see, the ground. Apparently, this happened a couple or 3 days ago. The ground is kind of torn up around the area. Anyone care to? Let's go to exploration mode. I suppose that would make sense. What are we doing?
Recall knowledge.
You're recalling knowledge, okay?
Would it be seeking to look for like tracks and stuff?
I would think so.
Yeah, I'm seeking.
Seeking.
I'm actually going to see if there's anything I can find around the actual windmill itself.
Okay, so you're looking for evidence.
Yes.
I would call that seeking.
Seeking, yes, sorry.
I went back towards the caravan, and I could hear this thing somewhere. The Jed's not super great on judging distance, so I'm keeping an eye out in case this thing or anything else. I'm probably scouting.
Okay.
He catches the Chad in the face.
Shad's looking out for trouble, just keeping an eye out. All right, so for the seekers of the group, go ahead and give me a perception or a survival if you have it, and let me know which one you're using.
Survival.
Sure.
Perception.
Well, that's a 20 total, not 20.
On today's episode of I Can't Roll Above a 5.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun session for you.
Yeah.
Hey! I actually rolled decent this time.
I am. These are.
I'm using perception, and I got an 18.
18, so it's 20 survival, 18 survival, and a not good survival?
A 10 perception.
10 perception, okay.
Woo!
So you're looking at this thing over, and it just looks like a mess. You have no idea, like, what's here, what's not.
Did you get a carpenter? It looks like these dudes' door was stuck, too.
I know a really good carpenter's guild.
The, Zarge, looking around, you're going to actually, aside from finding some, horrendous claw marks, that have apparently been slashed into one of the supporting timbers, of
That's
the...
wood, all right.
Yeah, it's wood. But you can actually see about how far apart they are. And it occurs to you that a clawed hand to go and make that would have had to have been huge. You'd think maybe taking either a section of this timber back or maybe taking a rubbing of it on paper to show how large it was.
Well,
this might be good evidence.
Well, in good orcish fashion, I am Zargaze just gonna go. "Bah! Bah!"
With some, what's your athletics modifier?
With a +5.
+5? Yeah. With some, like, oh yeah, go ahead, roll it for me. Why not?
Womp womp. That was a 3, so that's an 8.
That's an 8? Okay, you're going to be doing this for a while.
Okay.
Zard apparently forcing this
I mean, apparently it's a very
timber.
sturdy building.
It is a very sturdy building, and you're going to be at it for a while. Thankfully, this doesn't appear to be load-bearing anymore as you haul on it, trying to rip it out. Shish, however, looking around, will clearly see tracks from this creature. The creature apparently can run on all fours, but has no problem standing on its hind legs, as you can tell from the lack of front claw marks into the dirt, as well as the impressions of the rear claws get deeper, showing that it's bearing its full weight as it goes and savaged its way into the house. You can see this gives you an idea about not only how large the creature is in its stride. One thing that's interesting is that the back feet of the creature you clearly show 5 digits, all clawed, digging into the ground, and the claw marks for the front show 5 digits as well, but one of them is clearly a thumb. All of these limbs appear to be heavily clawed, and from its stride, you can tell when this thing actually, like, charged up at the house, it was moving. Like, you find a set of tracks, and then the next set of tracks is way down there. Like, this thing was in the air a lot while it was running.
Like 10 or 15 feet between imprints, like, doo-doo.
Yeah, this thing can move. You think that, you can't really, like, take a track with you. But Aster is excellent at sketching.
We can sketch out the shape and put a measure of the distance.
Yep. And while we're doing all of that, another thing that you actually will notice while you're looking inside is you will find the ruined and savaged bed of the miller and his wife, where presumably they were sleeping when the beast broke into the house. Red smears all over the wall is all that's left. It appears there is no sign of any body, any bone, anything left you could even bury. It appears that they were just devoured.
Oh boy! All right, there's lots of blood. Nope.
Hey, I don't think these dudes are home.
They're not. They're dead.
One last thing that actually Zarge will find wedged kind of underneath the timber is actually a tuft of long, oily black fur. It is like slick. It feels very oily.
I just take out a little sack and I just put it in there.
So Plutarchus, kind of taking in mind all of this stuff, let's go ahead and...
So, what Plutarchus is doing, they're looking at specific details, but what he's doing is he is rerunning the scene in his head as he imagined it happened. From the moment the creature bursts through the door, he's following the prints and the claw marks around the room, trying to put together the sequence of events that happened as they happened, listening to what they're finding to build it into his profile of what he knows about the thing and what its capabilities are, to figure out what it did, why it did it, and why it did it that way.
Okay. Let's see here. What would be a good one for this?
I have lore tracking and knowledge of
tracking, kind of like the...
No, the actual tracks themselves. Like, he actually has a very specific scientific interest in the tracks. Like, what things make what tracks.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me that. That could actually be pretty good.
That... Or it could be a 1.
Or it could be a 1, but it's okay. I have this here.
I was going to give you the benefit of a doubt and call it a 2, but...
I mean, you can't just call it something.
Like on the way down. I was going to call it a 2, but then it was a 1. There you go.
That is a 19. That is money. That's going to be a 25.
25. So you're looking at this, and something kind of, I guess, something occurs to you which is a little unsettling, but seems to fit all the evidence. These tracks that Shisk found, you could almost fit this to a creature if you just took a human and scaled it up. These tracks you could make them with a human foot if you just scaled it up and added claws. Like, there's something about it where it's very close to being human, to a point where it's a little unsettling.
Oh.
It is definitely something that might not quite indicate that maybe this is not just some natural beast running around. The intent, however, definitely seems to be motivated by hunger. This beast smashed its way in here and ate the family. It didn't mess the place up any more than it had to just get in. The damage appears to be not wanton, but random. It is like it tipped over furniture, it smashed things, but not to smash them. It did it just to get it out of the way of the food it wanted to go eat. And then it just, once it was done here, it just left. Moving very quickly.
Okay. Interesting. This thing is humanoid. It's really, really big, but
What, the Manticore?
yeah,
I believe
definitely
it's safe to
not a
say it's
Manticore.
not at all. It has thumbs and toes.
Well, Manticore is an animal. It's like a whole bunch of other different animals. I mean, it could be a dude, too.
I think you're thinking of a chimera.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
I think
The chimera, then.
I think we have some more
More likely, but no.
I think we have some more information. Come on, guys, let's go back to the watchtower.
Oh, give me a second, please. Sketching the footprints.
So, wait, so you're just
You don't
saying
want to
this-
rush that.
You're saying this thing is just a big dude?
Well,
Maybe.
I did find something. I kind of sink the big plaque of wood with the claw marks in there
Stop.
in the ground.
Not there. Over there.
Well, out of the way. I do that, and then I also go, and I also found this. And I hold out the bag that I put the black oily hair in.
I'm going to actually, as I'm sketching the footprints, I'm going to take a gold coin and just set it and sketch the gold coin along with it.
Do you not have a banana?
What did you shave?
No.
You're already bald, so I don't want to think about that any further. You take this back, sorry.
No, it's...
Look, the chat doesn't judge what way you swing, but
It's definitely not mine or hers.
Listen,
this-
I handed
have
I
hair.
handed over to Fast.
Huh?
Fast is
I don't
wearing
have
gloves,
hair.
so he's
And my
fine.
hair is white.
I found this behind the panel.
Okay. Once she's done sketching, I'm gonna herd them all back to the tower.
Oh, there's no need to hurt.
Yeah, no.
As soon as we find what we need to find and the sketches are done, running back.
And we still haven't had breakfast.
wait, so
We had hardtack. It's good enough.
guys, I'm starting to think this might not be a Manticore
Oh,
or a
chimera.
chimera.
Yeah. I wonder.
Let's,
All right. So you'll make it back to town. The sun is still in the sky, and I guess you want to make a beeline right for the watchtower.
Oh, for
Wait, are we gonna go check out the caravan?
absolutely not.
We still gotta deal with the dudes from last night.
Yeah.
Just leave them there.
They've been
Chad's not gonna
eaten.
stay
Well,
for us.
Chad, I don't think their bodies are there.
Yeah, dude. Have you not figured it out yet that those dudes got eaten?
pretty
You just
sure.
said it was a big dude, though. Dudes don't eat other dudes.
Yeah, they do. If they're cannibals.
Whatever it was completely ate the Millers. All of they're gone. It likely is currently doing the same to the caravan. It would be better if we wait until at least tomorrow.
Alright. Chad still feel good about this, but fair.
If there's remains, they can be buried, but I'd rather not run into that thing again because I will leave.
Like I said, we can avenge,
And
we
she
can
will.
avenge her death once we've slayed a creature.
We've seen her leave multiple times.
Come on.
You dudes are right. Alright, fine. So,
And if we kill it, we get vengeance for everyone, including
going
the
back to
priest
the
and
tower.
Millers.
Oh yeah, right, with the old dude in the library.
Yeah.
Really sucky library. Can't even read the titles on half those books.
Here's the sketch.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go get food.
Okay.
Oh, food sounds great. I'm gonna go with this babe.
Bye, guys.
Come on, Astro, let's go get them breakfast.
Yeah.
We're
Let's get our lunch on.
I guess the three of us are going to the watchtower then.
I don't know how they can eat right now. I'm terrified.
Well,
My appetite's absolutely ruined.
you just hear Asher. Well, when you're terrified, I tend to get more hungry.
Who are you talking to?
I'm fairly certain they have a memory
Can't remember
and
the name.
attention
Can't remember
span
the
of
name.
about 5 seconds.
Shush.
Probably.
All right. So the party splits up. We have
Radar ears.
Chadsworth heading and taking Aster to go out and get breakfast, while the rest of you return to the watchtower.
To do actual important stuff.
Split up, gang. I'll take the attractive elf. You guys go do whatever.
Let's go get some breakfast.
They'll take care of the work
It's
for
just
now.
Scooby-Doo again.
That's it. That's
Pretty
it.
much, dude.
Yeah, man.
All
Way
right.
better Scooby-Doo one-shot than our Scooby-Doo one-shot.
Yeah, what was that all about? The watchtower, Yarm apparently has not moved very far from the watchtower. He's still in there. And you'll show back up. Back already, are we?
Yes.
Oh, dear, 2 of you didn't make it.
Oh no, they went to go get food.
Oh, good for them. Good for them. Excellent. Congrats. Very good. I was a little worried. Just out of curiosity, actually, do any of you have schooled in secrets?
Is that a specific?
It is a
Yeah.
feat, yes. No.
No.
Okay, good.
Good.
I didn't forget something then.
Yeah.
All right. You'll, at any rate, are you back already?
All right, so I think it's actually humanoid. But much, much bigger. Here. And we'll start laying out the track and what we found about how it moves and the hair and the claw markings and describe the scene.
Excellent. Now this is evidence. Excellent. Remember well, you youngsters, this is what keeps you from getting killed instead of jumping to conclusions just because you assume you have something silly like a photographic memory.
Listen, I died once already. I know what not to do.
An attitude like that, I'm sure you'll have plenty of practice at it.
At least only one of us thought it was actually a manticore.
He doesn't still think it's a manticore, does
It's
he?
definitely
Now
not.
he thinks it's
Turns
a
out it's a
chimera.
chimera.
Making progress, no, making no progress at all.
Well, it's
This was
because
all
it
very
has toes.
interesting. Please, help me go through some of these books.
Sure, where do you want me to start?
I'll start at that shelf over there. And you two, the taller ones. I suppose you'll get me from the taller ones. And if you could look on there, I can't quite bend down as much as I used to. He starts directing you about the library, asking you to pull out various books and charts and things. Who would like to? He's going to basically He's going to be assisting you guys to go and help with some of this research. So who wants to go and be the primary researcher? We have 2 primary researchers. So you can both roll, and one of you can assist the other, and Yarm can assist the other if you want. We can do it that way.
I want Yarm on my side.
Yeah. I'll assist
We got
whoever.
this. You and me.
Okay, I'll assist.
Okay, perfect. You can assist with religion or occultism.
Religion,
Myself
probably.
getting this
All right.
done,
Hey, babe, so I'm kind of short on coins right now. Can you spot me for breakfast?
Good news is I got some money from Fast before he walked away.
Oh, that's awesome. I knew you were good for it.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't hurt me.
So
That's incredibly well.
10 plus 5, so 15.
15? Okay, well, he doesn't hurt you, but he can reach high bookshelves for you.
You're helping.
You're going to get a
that's
+2 from Yarm's help.
So since I succeeded I'm guessing I succeeded on my recall knowledge check when I was in the cabin.
I mean, I gave you the data that you earned with that recall knowledge check, yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to try to use that to utilize my theoretical acumen for the day.
How does theoretical acumen work?
So once per day, I study a creature's form and behavior to hypothesize the likely means of overcoming its strengths. And I can use my skill modifier from the triggering check in place of the perception or whatever I'm using now. So because I don't have occultism.
What does it specifically say?
Seek the creature, deception modifier, intimidation, or if it's attacking me, I can use it for one of its attacks.
That'll be really useful when you decide to go fight it, but it doesn't help you try to research it.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, not
What's the point of it?
for when you fight it.
Fighting better.
Oh. You're right.
But you are getting +2 because Yarm knows his library pretty well.
Okay, what am I rolling?
You can roll a religion, occultism, or
Arcana?
Arcana's not gonna really work.
Lore? Eldritch Horrors?
Sure, lore, Eldritch Horrors. Let's just roll with it. Go for it.
Here comes another one.
It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be fine.
Well,
It is fine.
Okay. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23.
23, and what do you get?
I get a number +5 because occultism.
+5.
That's a 10.
It's 10. Okay.
Like me over there.
So you two are looking through it. You're poring over some books, and you have some that you think might be them. Unfortunately, these monsters that you kind of picked out of these tomes are all incredibly different. But they all seem to share, they all seem to have some source of this sort of oily black hair on them. So you think that's a commonality. Unfortunately, you feel you really need to narrow it down a bit more. You get a bit more specific. You're able to find... you focus more on, the claws and the tracks. And you are actually able to narrow it down to a couple that you pull out and look at it. And you kind of lay them out, and you're all looking over. Yarm's kind of nodding as he looks through all of these. Well, we've narrowed it down from the possibility of everything to a few. Well...
I think it's that one.
Well, we best be certain. If you're going to go and try to face the beast down and you use the wrong thing, it sounds as if this thing tore a caravan apart. Well, there is something. Something you could do. Stop by the Pharasman Shrine. Old Tomlin can usually be found there. He'll be able to let you know the direction that, Father Elias took. If you can go outside the town again, if you're not afraid to go as far as the miller's cottage, maybe you can find some sign of him. If we fear he is fallen, then perhaps some evidence, further evidence, can be found there that would narrow the search down. Call it an old man's hunch.
So we have to go see Pharasma?
Hopefully you don't see the Grey Lady herself. That would mean things have gone truly poorly.
As long as it doesn't sound like the creature's in that direction, it shouldn't be a problem.
Oh no, the shrine is going to be south of the watchtower.
Oh, that's fine then.
I mean off where the priest left town.
I'm afraid, yes, toward the east.
Should we grab the others on the way there?
Well, I guess we don't have a choice.
Oh, hey, dudes! Me and Esther got some eggs. You guys hungry?
And we brought you some food.
Just handfuls of eggs.
It's not, it was the easiest thing to carry, but this is what my meal looked like. I just pulled up a sketch of my food.
Chad, are you on the egg diet again?
Aster's
No,
totally an
Esther
Instagram girl taking pictures of her food.
Yep.
Dude didn't have a whole lot of options. I'm starting to think he doesn't have a very good tavern, really.
Oh, he doesn't. But he does have beautiful artwork on the
Here.
bar. Here you go. Shish.
You want a roll, Zarg? You hungry?
I also snagged this for you. Just pull out a sausage.
As he kind of, he originally was going to try, he's trying to eat through his mask because nobody knows what he looks like under his mask.
Don't you hate when you go somewhere? I've done this myself. I'm sure a few of us have. But you go somewhere, you get your food, you sit down, you go to take a sip of your drink, and it hits your mask.
You forget you got a mask on. Yeah.
No one does that.
At work, I completely forget I'm wearing a mask. So, when our water fountains were turned off, I had to, open bottles of water, and I'd go, oh, wait a minute.
Yep.
I mean,
I don't believe you. I don't think you did that.
So this is what the smooth brains are like, Nick.
You should know I'm smooth brain.
It's not smooth brain. It's that I got so used to wearing a mask, I didn't even register I was still wearing a mask.
See, I lowered my intelligence to increase my strength to the point that I could pick you up and throw you across the room.
Oh.
logic. Anyway,
Gotta have a balance build.
so after me failing to eat properly like a normal humanoid
Smooth brain.
creature,
Where are we going, dudes?
We're going to see.
there's a
Oh, yeah, you were talking to that old dude about the Manticore, or the,
Chimera.
We're-
Chimera.
We're going to see the Shrine of the Great Lady.
We're
So we get to go
talk
visit
the
What does
Pharasma.
that mean?
We're gonna talk to the Pharasman Church, and then from there,
I thought it was a shrine.
The Faraz man!
It is a shrine. But
That's
then
a
from
great
there,
idea, babe. We can get their help with all the dudes that died back in the caravan.
Get it? Faraz man. We're going to see the Faraz man.
What's a Faraz?
I think it's a
Mataz.
hat.
No, that's a
I think it's
fez.
Fez.
Oh.
All right. We're heading over to the temple.
We're just going.
I'm gonna follow him. Chad has no idea what's going on.
You'll arrive. It's not really a temple or a church. It's definitely a shrine.
Is that a mallet
It
or a
is,
mullet?
Basically, it's a sort of fenced off small plot of land. There is an open air sort of covered shrine. It's made of carved stone. Images of death, skull, a lot of skull motifs moving around it, and definitely the Farazman spiral. You religious types would notice it.
I just love their aesthetic.
And no colored. It's not colored at all. It's just plain carved stone.
Always kind of struck me as more a Zark sort of thing.
Oh, there's beauty in everything.
It's not black stone. It's kind of
It's not
granite.
black stone. It has to be black.
It's like dark gray, though. I mean, it's pretty close to black.
There's only black.
Knock, knock.
Levels of black.
There's no door actually, so no one can
So-
open it up.
so
and
it's
make
not
it real.
real?
It's not real, no. But you will see he's a fairly old man, white hair, not as venerable as Yaram is.
Is anyone in this town of childbearing age?
You literally just met the priestess of Shellin who looked like she was in her 20s.
I meant like men.
Oh, hey, dude.
No men are of childbearing age in the town.
Me
I'm
and my
sorry.
friends. Me and my friends need some help. You're one of those Farazman kind of beak priest, right? You got the
there's
fancy
no
mask
man
and whatnot.
walking
You
around
do the
with
death stuff.
childbearing kids?
Oh, me? Oh, no. I'm just taking care of the place while Father Elias is out. He left a couple of days ago to try to fetch help from the count, you see. Who are all of you?
Oh, dang it. We're hoping to get some help with this caravan. We had a whole caravan of dudes and some chimera killed all of them.
I believe
Looking
we've been
for-
aptly labeled as outsiders.
Oh, well, you
We-
are outsiders.
We
are
came
you
to
not?
get your help.
We are outside, yes.
Yes, well,
we need to know what direction the priest was going off in when he disappeared.
Oh, well, I suppose if he was going to the count's, he would have headed east on the road. I'm not a priest of Farazman. I'm just take care of the place.
Do you guys not have like a school? You got the library in the tower, but why do so many people have to leave to figure out how to count?
What?
Oh, no, that's a station of nobility. Like a
Oh, right. I didn't
like
do that.
a duke.
Yeah.
Like a-
Teller doesn't really use counts. I mean, they do, but they're like...
They don't count?
No, I mean, they do count.
I hope they can count the nobility.
Are
Well,
you...
they're like... I mean, it counts like...
No, they're not fine.
Right, well,
It counts like 10.
I
So
just take
east,
care of this
east, you
place.
said, right?
Yes. I just repair the place and look after it, honestly. We have to make sure that the weather doesn't get in.
That was all we needed, right?
The reliquary could get damaged.
It's roughly
Well,
As far as I know, yes.
You're doing a wonderful
how
job.
far
And keep up the very
possibly?
hard
What
work.
time?
My dad always
What
told me
time
not to
did he
bother
go
talking
off?
to people below Duke, usually.
What?
What time did he go off?
Oh, it was about midday, I suppose, maybe a little earlier. Sun was high in the sky.
It's likely that he wouldn't have made it terribly far. It shouldn't be too difficult. We shouldn't have to go farther than the millers.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Goodbye.
Well, hey, if they're gonna count, that count probably answers to a duke and a duchess, and they're usually the ones that can actually get stuff done. Those are the big dudes.
You do realize that there's like 3 sections of nobles you're missing between.
Yeah, but none of them are the ones that really do anything. Like, the dudes that actually have the powers are dudes.
Yeah, but like that doesn't mean they do anything. In fact, it's the exact opposite.
Yeah, but you don't usually... I didn't bother talking to, like, counts.
So,
Does,
do we have an
does Chad
idea
have
of
any
what...
society whatsoever?
He does.
He does have society?
He's incredibly skewed perception, perhaps. But I'm trained in society, good sir.
As am I.
Well,
I'm trained in society. I just have 10 int.
well, you all society people could go roll it if you really want to.
Baby.
Sure.
I'll
Rolling.
hit you with
To
stuff
see about
today.
how useful a count actually is.
Doesn't matter what the dice says. The counts are pointless. My
11.
dad says don't talk to anyone below a duke if you want to get anything done.
I actually have summoned
And the
society
natural
myself.
one corroborates that.
Bam! You're trained in
that a
Taldane
17?
society. None of the rest of it you really paid attention to.
That's gonna be a 23
I'd like
total.
to thank this D20 for helping me out with the character.
I know, man. It's
Really
just
helpful
doing
with
money.
building.
So 23.
Yeah.
All right.
Why?
Any other numbers?
11.
11?
There's a lot of other numbers, dude.
There are a lot of other numbers. The
lot of
11,
counts.
you're like, I guess. Chad really seems like he knows what he's
I
talking
fully
about
trust
here.
So that's what I'm
Chad.
saying that the monster had 5 digits. That's a huge number. That's like 10,000.
So, Fass, the only one who
Who
no
has-
one listens to.
Who has any idea what's going on ever?
Fast.
You actually know that in Ustalav, count is actually a big deal. The counties of Ustalav are all run by counts, who basically are essentially absolute monarchs of their territories. They technically answer to the grand sort of
Duke.
king-ish,
Uba.
duke-ish guy, but it's a very decentralized governmental structure. Like, the count would really be the only buddy who could or would have any interest of dealing with this.
Wait, so you telling me the counts actually matter out here?
They more than matter. They're the only ones who matter. They could tell you to. They could kill you, and there'd be no one to tell them not to.
And Ustalav.
Well,
Lives
I
in
would
some
be
really
there to
strange
tell them
tales.
not to.
All right. I guess we're gonna make our way. We're gonna make our way out toward where the priest died.
Okay. So you'll follow Tomlin's directions. They're actually not too terribly difficult. It's just follow the road to the east. It's not like going up the hill.
Follow the road to the east.
Just
Follow the road to the east. Follow the road to the
Stop,
east.
stop. Even though you're small, stop. And you have green hair. Oh my god. You're an Oompa Loompa.
The chapter is actually really fitting.
Oh, it's true, actually. All right.
Even though
Proceed
you
if
just
you care
understand the
to.
reference.
Yeah, sorry, Oompa Loompa. Yeah, never mind. I got it wrong. You'll follow the road to the east. And making your way out, it doesn't take too long before you kind of come out to where it joins onto a larger highway. And you will certainly, I imagine Shisk would almost certainly recognize those tracks again, kind of clearly implanted into the road. It appears that as you leave the town, almost nothing else is really like no one else has come this way down this road. It's just the tracks. And the never mind, I'm sorry. Getting a little distracted.
You're an idiot.
You okay with there, dude?
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
I don't think the voice in our head's okay.
It seems as though the beast has actually been here not too terribly long ago.
I'm a little worried about our omniscient narrator. He's kind of losing it a little bit.
I do too.
Exploration activities, all of you.
Seeking.
The chat is always ready for action.
I see that.
I'm gonna scout as well.
Recalling knowledge.
Recalling knowledge.
Doing the big thing.
Seeking. Alrighty. Seeking.
Alright, chat's always good.
Oh, I love it. Alright. Alright, so you Seeky type people, you can give me perception or survival.
The woods outside of town. A little red out here. Jack can put his shades back on.
Well, I'm going to use perception this time because I'm specifically worried about A, finding a body, and B, listening for if the beast is getting closer.
Okay.
17.
So, 23.
23?
5.
That's the third 17 I've rolled
There's
today.
5.
That's the 5th 5 I've rolled today.
Oh,
Jed's
I'm
got you, baby. You can get 5 whenever you want.
I'm scouting.
You're scouting, okay.
Yeah.
So, you rolled a 5. I'm assuming that's going to add up to not a big number.
A 10.
A 10, okay. You kind of stare at the print and you kind of check it out, and yep, it matches.
Yeah, it looks like a print, guys. This is a footprint.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
You'll look around and you'll kind of look at the paw print. You'll notice that the front of it is actually dug way deeper, and almost as though it was pushing off. Looking across in the direction where apparently this thing came from, you'll see a broken section of the brush on the side of the road, and poking your way through there, you'll actually find a body of a crumpled figure in black robes. Closer examination will reveal a Pharasman holy symbol on a chain around the neck, and gingerly moving the body will show the face of an elderly man, probably in his 50s, neatly trimmed goatee, completely lifeless with a massive clawed gash running through his chest. But interestingly enough, he has not been devoured. And you do notice that the edges of his of his clothing, where the claw marks went through, there's a almost a slight scorching along the edges of the gashes. But this is almost assuredly the body of Father Elias that was apparently attacked by the beast. And it looks like he may not have even been killed. It looks like he just bled out from his injuries.
Well, as morbid as this is, we should probably take the robe back. It is at least a bit of evidence that'll point us towards the right type of creature we're dealing with.
Totally gnarly, dudes.
I think we should take his body back. It would only be respectful.
Yeah, absolutely.
If
We can't just leave him here.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't carry him. Someone will carry his greatsword.
Of course.
Kind of take this great sword that's like 3 times your height.
Handy here.
It's very heavy.
It's very heavy.
No, I kind of reached down and like surprisingly carefully and somewhat gingerly, the Chad will pick up this man, one arm under the knees and one arm supporting the shoulder. He's intact enough to be carried in traditional fashion.
He actually is.
Take him up and
the
he just
gashes
folds
are
in the middle.
deep and and he's actually lighter because he's missing a lot of blood.
Poor thing. We should say a prayer.
I don't have any ale on me.
I
Well,
have
maybe-
some grog on me. Hold on.
While they're doing that,
You got any religion or occult?
nope, but I can
the
still
chance-
roll.
The Chad's got this.
What's take your pick, religion or occult? Probably
Uh,
occultism, I guess.
Plus 3.
You're gonna actually look at these. You're gonna look over his injuries, and there's something about these scorch marks on his priestly robes that are important. You don't see any sign of fire that the beast seemed to use when you saw it attacking the caravan, nor any sign of fire when the miller's house was broken into, and you don't see any sign of fire that the priest would have carried. It seems as though, and it seems that this beast took the priest unawares, so he didn't have time to really would have cast anything. These scorch marks are important. These came from somewhere, and you're not sure where.
Well, guys, I really do think that after we say a prayer for him, we need to bring this back to the tower, because these scorch marks, I think, are the key. There's something about the very nature of him having been a priest or maybe a Pharasman or something that was antithetical to this beast in a really specific way.
Well,
The Chad thinks we should take him back for a proper burial at the shrine, but
yeah, we should
we
definitely.
could get a quick funeral right here.
No,
No, not...
inverse order.
Inverse
Funeral
order.
back at town.
Yeah, come on, Chad.
Quick right. Kate's dude. My bro. I didn't know this dude. He seemed like he was pretty righteous. And give his life for his dudes and babes back in town. With his chimera or whatever. And though I don't know entirely what happened, if I am able, I'll bring him justice and peace. Feel me, Kate's dude?
Amen. Let's go.
Alright. Alright, come on, dudes.
You'll make your way back. As you come into town carrying the body of the Pharasman priest, the people who are passing in the street will kind of stop and stare and will start to follow you at a distance. You gather, there aren't a lot of people out and about, but you have a trail of about a dozen people following you in as you bring Father Elias's body back to the Pharasman shrine.
Oh, we're going to the tower.
Hey, man, can you grab my glasses?
Are you?
Yeah, because that's where the evidence...
I'm going back to Pharasman shrine. Well, I'm going to Pharasman shrine. You can get the old dude in the tower, bring him to the shrine, too.
No, we need the robe specifically.
Chad ain't here to disrespect that body.
I'm gonna go get the guy.
We need the
Okay.
robe.
I'm gonna go get the guy. We'll bring him here. If Cade and Killian won't come to the beer, you bring the beer to Cade and Killian.
Cade and Kaylin will always go to the beer.
No, sometimes he
party
can't.
somewhere, babe.
Exactly.
It's not the time. We're going to deal with this old dude. Another old dude in the tower.
So you'll run off to the tower. to try to
The
fetch
corpse and the
Yarm.
walking corpse.
And
There's a lot of dudes around.
the townsfolk that are following you sort of stay a respectful distance away. When you bring Father Elias back to this town, Tomlin is there, and he'll come out. Oh no, it's as I feared. The father, where did you find him? Please lay him here, and he'll address a stone plinth that has been laid down in the shrine.
Look, dude, I'm real sorry about this.
Oh, goodness gracious, we have no priest now.
Well, I gave him a quick prayer, but I thought you weren't like the minister or nothing, but I thought you were some kind of priest, dude. You gotta know when you can do rites for him? Because the Ched can do rites if you need. I don't know nothing about how Pharazmans do things, but...
I just take care of the place. If you know something, could you?
Of course.
It was pass over a piece of paper that has a sketch of a Pharazman, right? Something like that. There's words on the bottom if you can read them.
Yeah. What's that one? I got the rest of it mostly, but...
And.
Right. That's like the two things. Both of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, yeah. I mean, Chad's trained in religion if you want me to roll for him.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Not super on Pharazman. The Chad is trained in his religion. That's gonna be I'm gonna give you a 6.
6. Like
Total?
Total.
All right.
Hey, the Chad is trained in his religion.
Would you like me to try?
The Chad's gonna do his best to be respectful, but I don't know a whole lot about these Pharazman dudes.
You'll probably like slip into Caden Kalian as you're given the stuff. You know, you'll kind of look around. There's no real beer at hand that you can pour out.
I got Zark's grog.
You got Zarg's Grog. Okay, perfect. So you can actually pour that out while you say a little Caden Kalian, right? And Tomlin looks a little confused.
Chad
but...
pours a little bit around the head of this plinth, takes a thumb, and actually anoints this old dude's forehead with smell.
Look, it turns into Drinkin' Park. Get it? Because it's like Linkin Park?
Yeah.
We get it.
Not a drop wasted, old dude.
Writing it down for future band ideas.
This is for you and... what's that place the Pharazmans go to? That place.
The boneyard?
Boneyard, yeah.
Okay.
They didn't drop wasted, old dude. Here's the boneyard.
For what it's worth, I believe everyone goes there.
Yeah, we all go there, and then I think, what is it?
No, I'm pretty sure I'm going to a bar.
Well, yeah, you go.
runs a bar up in heaven.
Well,
totally tight.
Well, first you go to the.
Pharazman
Think of
sends you there.
Think of the boneyard as like the gate to the city that you have to go through before you get to the bar.
That's a wicked gnarly gate.
It's a terrifying gate, but you get to meet some old friends there, and then you get to go to the bar together. I think. I don't really know. That's right?
As long as the Chad gets his drink on in the afterlife.
Something like
Hang
that, I
with the case there in
suppose.
heaven. And this old dude, too. Probably.
The people who are here will actually queue up and stop to pay their respects to the old man. Apparently, he was well regarded in town. And there's not a lot of weeping and crying. It seems that people mourned the priest once they heard the shrieking in the direction he left. But now they're paying their respects. And as word spreads, more people kind of come into town. And you'll actually get not a bunch of looks of distrust and hatred for the outsiders. You might even get a few respectful nods.
The Chad may not know exactly what he's doing,
Does he ever?
but I'm giving him the respect I can.
As he always does.
For the old dude.
Speaking of old dude, around this time, Fast will have come back with Yarm in tow,
I'm
moving
gonna promote him to the super old dude, I think.
very
There's too many old
slowly.
dudes here.
Very slowly. Kind of tottering on his cane. And he'll get in line
Maybe
and
the monsters
eventually
just time here to clean
make
up
his
town.
way up to the priest before bowing his head, paying his respects, and then kind of carefully peering at the robes.
And I told you when he left, right? And where we found him.
Mm-hmm. As he moves away. So this does change some things.
How does it change anything?
Well, it gives us more information.
Well, yeah, I figured that one out much, and we had it narrowed down to 4, but does this narrow it down to 1?
It very well might. Please, back to the library with me.
Okay. While they're praying and doing that stuff, we can go do the other stuff.
You think you can tell us where to find this thing?
I very well might.
Sure, he killed a whole bunch of dudes at the caravan, signed up for the fight whenever it came their way, but
We didn't pay them either.
Just a priest. You don't kill priests.
You really don't.
I'm okay with the chat.
It seems that this beast might feel something similar. Perhaps come with me. I have an idea. It may work out, but I'll need your help to reach some more books.
Sure.
The tower.
Back to the tower, he will lead you.
Can we
Batman
carry
scene
him?
Transition.
I mean, he's small.
We can all follow
You
him.
can,
I don't
certainly.
think we need
I
to
can.
carry the guy, I think.
That's very
No, just pick him up off the
Embarrassing.
plinth. Like, I would need this for a minute.
No,
No, I meant
the
the
old tower. Dude.
Older.
It's on to
Tower.
midday, and you'll make it back to the library, where the books you pulled out are kind of laid down. Once again, he'll direct you to go pull some different books, a scroll this time on a roller, and basically he'll rope you all in to go direct and start pulling things down. Again, we'll go ahead and he'll be effectively assisting you guys as you go and roll. Do we want to do the two roll tango thing?
Yeah,
Do you want to do a 3-roll tango?
Yeah.
While they're doing that, I want to go to the top of the tower.
Top of the tower? Sure.
Yeah, that is one to
Yeah,
go.
Jen wants to see around to the top of the tower. We got stuff to do, but
Yeah, well-
these nerds are doing book stuff for a moment, so might as well get a good view.
Sure. Well, you'll head on up to the top of the tower then, and get a spectacular view of the surroundings.
All right.
While up there, you guys can give me perception.
Perception?
Yep.
Chat's great.
You guys in the library are rolling your religion and/or occultism. I suppose we can use our lore Eldritch
What do you want to start,
Horrors
what do you want to
because
start
you have.
with?
I'll support you.
Whomever. Sure. We'll start with you guys actually, and we'll come around to you.
Okay.
Ladies first.
So, assist first.
Yeah, assist first in religion.
I get a -1.
Did you get below 10?
Oh yeah, that was that. Yeah, that's an 8 total.
Yeah, that's below. It's -1.
Yeah, sorry guy.
So then, rolling occultism, +4 with the -1.
Three.
Yeah, that's a 7.
Game of threes.
So, you pull some stuff down, and you are almost positive that maybe this Chimera thing. Could it be that Chad has stumbled on it correctly? I mean, you look at the Chimera, it doesn't really have the oily black hair, but the lion mane could be black and oily if it, dug its head into, an oil urn first, and maybe the Miller's Cottage had one. And, it's entirely possible.
And that would explain the scorch marks, because it was on fire from the oil.
You see, it all fits together. You just got to follow the money.
Put in chat the whole time.
She has this red string everywhere on the wall.
That's it.
Pointing.
You're going to get a +2 because Yarm's assisting you.
That's gonna be 18.
18. So 18, you found 2, and then him, and then the assist. Okay. You have it down, and he'll actually pull what looks to be, after going through books and then opening scrolls, the last book he pulls down is a tiny notebook about this big.
Oh, that's me sized.
It is you-sized. But it's basically to fit in the palm of your hand, and as he flips through it, it's actually accounts that seems to have been covertly written down. This appears to be something that was written down by an agent or a spy or something that was written in a cipher. Inside the front cover of the page, there's actually a slip of paper to crack it, which apparently looked like is written in a different hand, a more contemporary paper.
This makes me so happy that ciphers and codes and stuff to investigate.
What a nerd.
You and Yarm cracked
Nerds, right?
the cipher relatively quickly, given that there's a guide in there that he wrote. And he'll come out and the one part that seems to that this book seems to be written by is by someone back during the days of the Shining Crusade, when they were pouring their way through Ustalav. Apparently, during the Shining Crusade, the dark magic that suffused the land in Ustalav was very powerful, almost drawing off of the Lich King Tarbothon itself. And occasionally, certain heroes of the Crusade, this dark magic would form a curse inside their hearts, driving them onward to stronger and be more violent and losing their fear of death, which incidentally made them spectacular crusaders. However, this curse, as it progressed, the people became irritable, they became violent, until finally their inner violence would explode outward as their forms would twist, turning into ravenous beasts that would set upon friend and foe alike. Oftentimes friends, seeing as how they were usually in their camp when this happened. Complicating matters, many of these people were heroes of the Crusade because their fearlessness and their zeal caused them to do great things, taking down Tarbochan's legions during the fights. This account was written by someone apparently close to the high command of the Crusade, and much discussion had been taking place on what to do with these people. You certainly couldn't have it be known that the great heroes of the Crusade were being corrupted by dark magic. So a plan had been hatched to sort of kidnap them silently, secret them away, and seal their bodies in holy sites. The thoughts that holy magic would go and suppress this form. The ones who were fairly far gone had to be kidnapped and put down violently. The ones who simply were showing signs, many of them volunteered. And they were sealed under temples to Eridan and various shrines and holy sites that the Crusade put up as they swept through Ustalav, with the hopes that this curse could be suppressed and put away.
Oh, no. So you're saying that there was one of those buried underneath the shrine, and maybe somebody dug a little too deep or let it out?
Well, it's not so much a shrine. The Pharasman shrine here is relatively new. It doesn't date back to the Crusade, but if there was something around, and we'll cut to the two people at the top of the tower. Go ahead and roll me them perception checks.
Wow, I'm sketching a beautiful, beautiful picture. I'm really putting my heart into it.
Pretty good view up there, hey, babe.
Yeah.
Chad's not really good at seeing stuff. Maybe kind of look in this direction a little more out.
I rolled double what I normally roll.
So you rolled a 10.
I rolled 10, so that's a 15.
That's a 15. So a 15 actually is enough in this case, because you can actually make out far in the distance over the tree line, on top of a hill is what looks to be a partially collapsed building that looks to be about the size of a church.
Hey, Chad, do you see that building over there?
What? What are we looking for?
That.
Oh, yeah, way out there on that hill over there?
Yeah, that. What do you think that is?
It's like a building or something.
Oh, well, naturally. Well, man-made. A church? Oh, well, it's probably
maybe.
not.
I feel like a church usually has a roof on it, though.
Oh, could have collapsed. Could be, abandoned.
Yeah, it might be.
I
Maybe
don't.
it fell down. Maybe something happened. Maybe that chimera showed up.
Maybe that chimera did attack it. Oh, well, it's probably not that important.
Cut back to inside the tower. I heard tale that there was a church somewhere in the woods about here. Possibly it was sealed there.
Oh, like there's a church out there?
Somewhere, so I've heard. I've never laid eyes on it.
So maybe if we could lure the thing back to the church, we could reseal it?
Well,
get it back on holy ground.
Interestingly enough, it seems as though these sorts of creatures are drawn to holy places. Possibly a remnant of the crusader that was once inside them, or perhaps some twisted feeling that is low within them. If that's the case, these creatures, their hunger supports them, gives them strength. You'll need preparations if you're to go handle that.
What kind of preparations?
Well, and he'll go and pull a different book. He'll take one of the books and actually flip it towards the back section. Well, you'd best get your friends together.
Oh. Hey guys, you should really come back down.
Way on the stairs. Did you guys know there's a weird, collapsed church or something way on the hill? Ask your son from up there.
Turn to look at him. Like this.
It's probably not that important.
Yeah, you're right. Not important. You guys should come down anyway. There's food down here.
had breakfast. I'm not super hungry.
It's same.
I'm really walking around a whole lot today.
Could you please come down anyway?
We're down there. We can't understand.
Oh.
Fuck talking.
This
Just
appears...
talking really loud in your face.
The matching energy.
Gnomes are very small, so I have to kind of shout to make sure the tall folk can hear.
But anyway, what'd you nerds find?
You know that church that you said wasn't that important?
Yeah?
It's
Like 5 seconds ago?
yeah, like it's the key.
What?
No, it's a church.
Yeah, like it's really important. Like just gather around.
Well, it might actually be where that beast lairs, and perhaps where it was sealed away.
You think the Chimera got locked in a church?
I thought it destroyed the church.
That's why the roof came off!
That's probably it. That makes a lot of sense.
Do you
Alright.
see what I have to deal with here?
Makes way more sense now. I get what we're doing.
I
Alright, so
learned
we
the
go up to the
secret
church
is-
and we stab this thing.
I learned the secret is you just go with him. It's whatever he says, you agree with.
Can you tell us how to defeat this thing?
Well, its hunger sustains it, but...
We gotta feed it.
Feed it the right thing. If you feed it some simple things such as mortal flesh, it never is satiated. But it can restore its form from its hunger.
Looks at the Duskwalker. What if we feed it somewhat immortal flesh?
Don't feed things your friends.
Sorry,
I just
sorry,
kinda
I got
ripped my
distracted.
hammer, I'm like,
I got
What about, like, a
distracted.
biscuit? Let's have it in here. The biscuits aren't great, but I mean, they're alright.
Well, it so happens that one of these beasts went and, well, it seems that things such as holy relics, the blood of priests, and even something that's sufficiently worshipped, it's referred to as beloved ashes. Such a thing would cling to the beast and was used by hunters to pull them down in the past. Unfortunately, Ustalav buries their dead, so there isn't much ways around for this.
We got a new body.
We got a holy tankard.
And
I'm
actually,
gonna anoint the hell out of some ale.
well, there is a reliquary in the Pharasman shrine, but it has ashes of a saint supposedly in it. That could be useful for that. As for the blood, I'm afraid it's quite fresh, and I'm not sure that there's a ritual to anoint a blood with it.
you have 2 holy men.
Yeah.
Priests, both of you, really.
Oh,
Well-
a priest isn't a term the chat typically uses to describe himself, but it's not inaccurate.
I, on the other hand,
It's not a simple devotee. You must have taken vows. It's very clear on that here.
sorry.
The chat has dedicated the whole of his life to the service of the Cadester in his ways.
I may not look it, but I am a war priest, but still a priest nonetheless.
I might be a little, I don't know, may not know a ton of things. The Cadester picked me personally to enact his will.
Well, there's a ritual here. If you would care to look it over, I can conduct it, and we would be able to anoint your weapons. Unfortunately, it requires quite a bit of blood for each weapon. I'm afraid you would feel it.
Anoint the hell out of some hell. That's what anointing
I just go ahead and just go, feel what?
So, the ritual will require a lot of blood to anoint a single weapon. You can anoint a single weapon, it will become effective. However, you're going to be drained 1 for each weapon you want to anoint. Unfortunately, Champion Man, do you have the Acolyte background?
The noble background.
The noble background, okay. So, even though you are a devotee and chosen, you are not actually an ordained priest.
I'm definitely not an ordained priest.
You are
The chat
definitely
is
not an
absolutely
ordained
not
priest.
that. It's
Cleric counts. Cleric counts, so you could do this. And you do know of one other ordained priest in town who you
Oh.
might be able to convince to help you out
Hey,
with
you
this.
mind giving us a bucket of blood?
I don't know how the heck you guys are going to go and convince her of that, but maybe.
I'm gonna go talk to her.
Do you want...
The Pharasman reliquary does apparently contain the ashes of a saint. It does appear to be that the town does worship there, so
Well,
it
you
might
could, like,
qualify.
if you
And it's almost like they're like keys to the adventure built into the town where you were.
I'm gonna smack you so hard it's gonna hurt.
Hey, Zark,
So,
Another
we can juice
thing.
up this greatsword here. And deliver some holy retribution to this.
should we...
What was it? Chimera?
Come here.
I'm gonna go speak to the priestess of Shaylin.
Who's going to go to
Okay.
the reliquary and try to get that? I think the Shaylanite should go speak to the priestess.
No, you don't have a weapon.
I have a bow,
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, you
give
don't
me
have
your
a
great
weapon.
sword.
and I don't
No.
need a weapon, but we need to
I'm pretty
convince
sure
her.
Chad's weapon counts as at least 2 normal weapons.
Yeah, that's
Get
why
the
you.
ashes. All we have to do is go talk
I
to
mean,
them.
Yeah, you
So
two
you
go
are
talk.
talk.
better at
Blessed, and then
convincing
I'm
people
okay.
to get stuff. We should go talk to the Shalenite.
What are you talking
No,
about?
you can go talk to the Shalenite. I'll go get the ashes.
Can someone just anoint my goddamn sword so I can hit this guy in the face?
He's gonna do that.
I'm just taking it out of your
Who's
head.
next, Sarge?
We're going to talk to the Shalenite.
We're gonna go talk
It's
to the Shalenite.
Sarge.
I'm gonna go get the ashes.
All right. So, you two are going to go off to go try to talk to Lyria. You're going to head off to the Pharasman trying to try to get the ashes. Then we have Zarg, who's just immediately going to cut his hand to go anoint this great sword. All right.
I mean, I'm already dead on the inside. It's not going to bug me.
Perfect. You have some drained cards here, right?
What is it, like -1 on strength and attack roll? Right?
It's -1 on fortitude saves.
And you lose. Oh, it'll just be 1 health, right?
1 health because you're only level 1, so your max health is going to go down by 1.
Oh no.
What is it now?
20.
Yeah, I'm still less than you.
I'm an orc, remember?
Yes.
I'm beefy.
I think he had 1 more health than you.
Yes, we're level
8
1.
con elven witch.
10 con, Elven Witch.
Oh, he put a boost in it.
I told you I could go lower.
I'm so proud
I
of
could
you.
go lower.
You didn't sit at 8 con. He's learning.
No.
Like I said, I'm a beefy character. That's why I was like, I'm okay with this.
12 is a better number than 11.
So Yarm will assist in conducting the ritual, and it takes about half an hour, and involving coating the sword in a lot of your blood. You feel a little lightheaded by the end of it.
It's nothing new.
Okay, well,
It's different kind of lightheaded from drinking with
it's a lot more
Chadsworth.
blood than I thought it was going to be, dude.
I mean,
Are you okay, Zarg? You sure?
just sit there and be quiet while we finish.
You get back a very bloodied great sword.
Now, look, I know this is the opposite of what you should say. You probably shouldn't drink anything for a couple of days. It's real bad to drink a bunch of hard ale after you've lost a bunch of blood.
Just out of comic relief, since I'm technically undead, just like, oh, hold on, I missed the spot. I just kind of grab my arm and just wring it like a towel and just squeeze the last drop out. And then snap it back in place.
That's why I like this dude. It's only 100% with this Zarg guy.
He is. He just holds nothing back. I love it.
There you go. You should be good. I'm just going to rest here for a moment.
Thanks, dude.
All right.
I'm just sitting there eating biscuits and drinking water to replenish my
Do your
my
best.
blood.
Yeah. All right, so we've got the people going to talk to Lyria, which, as I recall, going to be Aster and Fess. All right. Lyria's house is still open. It's getting on towards evening. She hasn't closed up yet, and she'll see you arriving. Well, welcome back. What can I do for you?
We need a favor.
Well, to be upfront about it, we need your help anointing weapons to go hunt unholy beasts.
Well, you see, during the Crusades...
I'll do what I can, of course.
Unfortunately, it requires your blood.
My blood?
The blood of a priest. We have one, but if we were to use all his blood, he might die again.
How much are we talking about?
Enough to coat my sword. I'm really sorry to have to ask you this, but it's to save the town. I'll give
You're
it back.
going after the beast with this. Was it Yarm who said this?
Yes.
Oh, give me some diplomacy checks.
Yeah. That's where you think I will fail. Here comes a sick 20 right now.
I wanted to take me and Zarg to do this. Did I can find these guys?
Oh, it's an 11.
Well, it takes about half an hour for me to do the ritual for your sword.
True.
And then I need to refuel so I don't immediately pass out on the battlefield.
That's a total of 14.
14?
That is a sweet 19.
Oh boy. That's
19 or a 12?
It was a 19.
Okay.
that's gonna be a 24.
24. All right. Well, you don't make a very good case. Or at least she seems a little... Huh?
Give it
All
back
right,
later.
so-
You mentioned for the good of the town, you talk about for Yarm, that was Yarm's idea.
And
she kind
also
of nods a bit.
it was, you see, this poor creature used to be a crusader. He was a good man, and it's not his fault that he was cursed. We just want to lay him to rest again where he belongs.
If it'll help the town. If this is something that Yarm cooked up. All right. I'll come with you.
It's an expression of your love for the town.
I'm really sorry to have to ask you of this
blood, sweat, and
lady.
tears into things, but...
This is very literal.
All right. Well, here, I'll come with you.
Thank you.
We'll cut over to Shisk at the Pharasman Shrine. People have come by to pay respects throughout the day, but it's getting on towards evening. People are going and finishing their business, and so only Tomlin is left. You'll see him kind of moving around inside the town, inside the shrine, kind of sweeping up, checking on some of the structures. He doesn't seem to notice you just yet.
Just gonna walk over and tap him on the knee.
Oh, hello there.
I'm terribly sorry to bother you, but I don't know how to say this. Supposedly we found a way to kill the beast.
You have?
It's going to need the Saint's ashes.
What?
Apparently, if we put ashes on the beast, he'll be hindered, making it easier to slay.
Hindered?
It's an unholy abomination.
Oh, that we can agree on.
Quite literally, not an expression.
I'm not the priest of this shrine. I can't just give away the saint's ashes in the shrine. We have no priest. There's no one who can give you this.
I know it's a tough situation, but in this circumstance, you're the only one who can say yes or no. I have to ask you, the caretaker at this point.
Give me a diplomacy.
18.
18.
Not bad.
Just kind of looking back and
Charisma carry.
forth a
I'm
little
a
bit.
bard.
Father Elias was here. He'd know what to do. I can't do this.
You can see the rose. You saw what it did to the creature. It literally caused burns. The ashes will make it so that we can kill this thing for good and save everyone.
Sounds like something that old fool in the tower came up with, isn't it?
No, it was in a book. One that has been there for longer than him.
Look, I don't think so. I think that the Saint's ashes stay here. If what you say is true, that might be all that's protecting this town from that beast. I can't just let you take them out of here.
Well, according to the book, and I'm sorry if I'm keeping you, but the book literally says that the ashes have to be on the creature. The ashes here aren't doing anything, but if the time ever does come, if we fail, please use them.
Throw the Saint's ashes. Goodness gracious. Certainly not. Such blasphemy. Absolutely not. No, absolutely
if the
not.
creature ever makes its way here, use them to defend yourself.
Saint's ashes, Get out. Blasted outsider.
I'll go ahead and leave. Come back later to take them if I have to.
He does not seem inclined to give them to you.
We need them.
Alright, dudes. I got a big bloody sword. I think we know what to do about this chimera.
I'm beginning to think it's not a chimera, Chad.
What?
Wait, lady?
Lyria will kind of poke her head in. I hear you've come up with something, Yarum. Some crazed fool idea. Oh, they've wrapped you up into this, I see. Well, you see the right of it. She'll kind of look at the great sword, coated in blood, and look at Zarge in the corner over there, looking a little lightheaded.
Notice that because I'm undead, the blood is already black and coagulated, if anything.
So I don't think psychopomps are actually undead.
They're not.
Are they actually
He's
undead?
No, not even close.
They're outsiders.
They're just
Oh, okay.
outsiders.
Never mind.
Yeah, like you bleed. It's just
But
like
I'm also a war priest of the void.
He
You bleed
bleeds
black
darkness.
I bleed darkness. That's how I
Bleed
feel.
the sadness inside my
I
soul.
think he's a psychobomb. He's a Duskwalker.
This is how I feel, Bob.
she looks a little pale actually when she sees that.
Here,
but
this'll help.
What
It's
are
a
you
razor blade.
giving her?
This is
Looks like a llama.
that's
The llama gonna help this baby.
that's the clue for my first investigation that I ever solved, and it means a lot to me, and I'm giving it to you.
The butler was the
Llama?
mother.
I feel like you're treating me like a child. But
No, I'm
I'll
not.
Take the
It
help.
means a lot to me.
She's treating you like a child.
She'll sit down, and she'll nod to Yarm and hold her hand out, who, rather deftly for his age, actually produces a razor and does make an incision in her wrist.
Oh, that's
which
a little
starts
terrifying.
sort of leaking blood. Yarm apparently has picked up a number of skills in his time. And he carefully collects the blood leaking out of her wrist. How many weapons would we like to anoint?
Well, we already got
Just
Chat's
mine.
sword. Maybe my hammer?
Okay, so we have a hammer, we have a sword, we have anything else?
That's it, I think.
2.
Okay. She will,
Can you anoint ammo?
You can. One anoint will get you 10 shots.
Sling bullets and arrows.
Yeah.
We
10 and 10?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think we
feel
have
like
that
this
much.
is Perhaps a little overkill.
I don't think
Bleed
you
or
have to
dry.
use as much
I don't
blood
think we
as
need to
Zark
spend
did.
blood for pebbles and stuff. I don't think that's
Yeah,
I
I think that's silly.
think we should keep this down on the
Yeah.
main ones.
If
If
it
you
will
don't-
save the
Don't you
town,
babes got magic and stuff?
Yeah.
Not a lot. Nothing useful against the unholy abomination. Something that can make someone a little dizzy in the head, maybe.
please
Well,
You
take
got
it.
enough to work, though.
If
We're
it-
not trying to rush us or nothing, but I feel like we only got about 11 minutes to kill this thing.
If it
Well-
makes things easier, we don't have to coat my weapon because I have magic that specifically fights evil beings as well.
Let's see what we can do. On the way out, we'll have to grab the ashes.
Please, take what you need.
Oh.
Please.
I don't honestly think it would... Sure. 10
she
sling
gets
bullets.
very, very pale. And she just starts she just lays down on the floor and says, Yarm, could I spend the night here? And Yarm says, of course, dear. And she looks very sickly. She's drained 4 now. And
Wait, it was 3. We didn't do this hammer.
I thought
I said, I'm
Not
okay.
hammer.
I'm okay with not doing my hammer.
He's
for
got
sake of-
divine magics.
okay.
Sling bullets, swords, so 30.
Sing bullet swords and okay, so those 3. All right. So she.
Do you want to do arrows?
No.
Single
No.
arrows.
Look, no one's taking more blood from this babe.
That was
we have
3.
enough. We don't need anything more than this great sword right here.
That was
We're
3.
good.
If
Arrows,
anything,
sling bullets,
if
and
anything,
sword.
my role is to keep her stabilized
His is
while
already
she's
done.
commencing the ritual.
Well, she's not doing this. Yarm's doing the ritual.
Well, I know, but I'm keeping her stabilized because, if she dies, then she's kind of useless. So.
You're an idiot.
It's
But
glowing
can you-
heart.
Good job.
Glowing heart.
I know this probably isn't the time to ask you this, seeing as you're draining yourself of your blood for the sake of the town. When you're feeling better, can you add color to this sketch and lay it with the priest?
Sure. I'll take it.
It's
I'll
a-
take it.
It's a view of the surrounding areas. I figured he would want to go with a memento.
She kind of
If we do-
weakly nods at you. And
Let's leave her alone.
she's getting
Let her
very,
sleep.
very down. So we've got sword, we have sling bullets, arrows.
And arrows.
Huh? Bullets and arrows.
Yeah.
Bullets and
Because-
arrows.
Oh,
Like,
and
how many
two,
times do we have to
3.
say this? It's really not that
Well, you
complicated.
keep changing your
2
mind literally
swords
every single
and
time
these
I'm
2.
asking.
No, we
Okay.
haven't.
Because his sword's already been done by him.
All right.
Yeah.
So you've got your things anointed. Night is starting to fall, and you're heading out the door. On the way out, here, I have one last thing to give you. And he hands you each a potion. The creature's roar is said to shake your very soul. That will not really steal it, but disconnect it a bit.
Why would
You-
we want our souls stealed?
If you drink it, it'll be harder for him to shake your resolve.
I'm drinking to get ready for battle. Absolutely sounds like something Chad is down for.
The effects afterwards may not be terribly pleasant. It's called Whitecap Tonic.
Sound too different from a lot of the stuff that Chad drinks.
Oh, that's awful.
Are you drinking it literally right
No,
now?
I just know what it is.
All
We
right.
gotta kill a chimera, or whatever.
If we want the ashes, we'll have to take them. He wouldn't give them to me.
Alright,
don't-
well, we're doing it without the ashes.
That's
We
fine.
took literally all this babe's blood. We should be fine.
Let's see what we can do.
All right. Out you go. You leave the tower, and Yarm wishes you the best of luck.
Let's go straight to the church.
All
There
right.
it is.
Off you go. You'll make your way through the town. It is dark by the time you get out there. And the church sort of looms out of silhouetted across the sky. You can see a fairly recent break in the surrounding woods where a tree apparently has crashed into one side of the church, caving in part of the roof. The doors are still there. Looking at the tops of it, you can actually see this was once the barest outline of what was a symbol of Aradin, but which is apparently at some point later converted to a church of Iomade, likely after Aradin's death. And it is apparently stayed that way until eventually being abandoned for various reasons that you're not sure of. There y'all are on the map right there. The church is before you, and you can see what you can see. What you guys doing? Exploration activities, probably.
Seeking.
I am Chad's always ready for action.
Seeking.
Scout, I know it's
Recall.
somewhere.
Recall knowledge.
Actually, I can repeat a cantrip, can't I?
Totally can. You have to tell me what
Can't
it is,
remember
though.
the name.
What does it
Is it
do?
Inspire Courage?
Yes.
There you
Inspire,
go.
I'm pretty sure it's Inspire
Yes.
Courage. I got my
I feel like that'd be useful against a thing that causes fear.
great sword out of the scabbard. Alright, dudes.
All right.
Cheers! Whatever the potion is.
Yep.
Same.
You start to feel like you ever had medicine head, like you took a big handful of Sudafed or something like that? That's what this feels like. You feel a little groggy, a little disconnected. Your actions almost seem to be being done by someone else. But that's kind of the feeling you've got right now. Apparently this is supposed to help.
We're gonna make this kind of quick, but when Chad forgets where he is, what we're doing.
You've already forgotten that.
Oh, come on, dudes. That way.
I'm gonna be seeking, keeping an ear out.
Okay.
Scouting with my shield and hammer ready.
Okie dokes. Scout, seek, scout.
Repeating a cantrip.
Repeating a cantrip and recalling knowledge. All right. You move forward to the door of the church and presumably shoulder it open.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna be the one at the front. Alright, dudes and babes. Stay behind the chadster. We'll keep you safe.
All right.
Oh boy.
Just push up and then I will slam it.
You are going to have to shoulder this thing to get it in, but it will
you need my help?
squeal loudly on the hinges.
It's fine by me. We're going
You
in.
don't have to roll for it or anything.
Oh, okay.
But he wants to.
It just. Do you want to roll? You want to roll clickety clack?
I like rolling.
Yeah.
You roll a 20.
Natural 20! I'm in there!
Wham!
Nothing stops the Chad!
Boom.
Who said there was a party?
You smash these doors inward, revealing the interior of a church. Clearly, a mottled rug still runs down the center aisle.
Sure, at least like 10 feet in this room.
And a set of dilapidated old pews line either side of it. At the far end, you can kind of make out. Does anyone have any light?
Dark vision.
I
That's
also
nice.
have dark
Does anyone have
vision.
any light?
Hold on. I cast. I say in Orcish. Put a big old handprint on the chest plate of my scale mail and make a big light.
Okay, cool. So someone's got light.
Stumble in the darkness, light comes up behind me.
Aha.
Looking.
Now you can actually see, and looking down the hallway, you can actually see the altar is torn off the raised dais it sat on and is collapsed to the side. Rubble from the broken-in ceiling lies everywhere. And kneeling in front of the altar is what appears to be the beast. I'm going to go ahead and give you this mini.
Ooh. That's pretty neat. Is the altar, so it's like right up here, I think?
Is the beast token still invisible?
Oh god, it's that thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't see, oh, that's the token. Is what that is. I thought it was the altar. Wait a minute.
Yeah. It's going to slowly turn around as you come in, almost as if it were bowing its head in prayer. But as it does so, a growling roar will kind of start to slowly build into it. And I'm going to need some initiative.
It might just be this drink, but I don't think that's a chimera.
You don't say.
I'm glad we finally figured out the secret, Chad. The mystery has been solved by you.
I've been rolling really bad today.
Initiative, my friend.
I've been invincible.
I wish I could roll higher than a... Wow, roll 2. I wish I could roll higher than a 5.
That's hard.
You're not the only one.
All right, what numbers do we have? We'll start with Shishk.
18.
18, nicely done. Let's go on to let's see. This is going to be Zarge.
Zargay.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's a whopping 8.
Okay.
Speed.
Somebody was
That's fun to
scouting,
be able to
right?
do that, by the way.
Scout.
Oh, I'm sorry. scouting, so +1, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So 9.
There you go. Moving on to Aster.
8.
And then we're going to go to Chadsworth.
Chad's coming with an 11.
Okay.
We're level 1.
Yeah, this is great. And then we're going to go to Plutarchius.
Fast got a 24.
Woo! Look at it.
Fast is
Someone's
fast.
And we have a... What did
18.
Just get? An 18? Look at you all.
This is gonna be great.
You're up.
Fast will bring everything he knows together about this thing that has ever happened to him, and he is going to recall knowledge to try to bring it all together to make him stronger against his enemy.
All right. Well, you get a free recall knowledge, and go ahead. It's going to be occultism. I'll let you use your Eldritch Horrors. Yeah, why not?
That does work an Eldritch Horror.
Yeah.
Hand this to him.
You did.
I did. Sorry.
Resumes.
That is resumes. Gosh. It's going to be a 9.
A 9. You do not know of anything that will help you other than what you've already figured out.
Okay.
It's not a chimera, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Probably not a chimera.
I don't think it's a chimera.
I am going to use my free devise a stratagem.
Okay. Roll it.
That is a nat 20.
Oh, you've got that in your back pocket. Are you in range to be able to hit it with something?
Absolutely not, but I do get to make that roll, so on my next action... Oh,
This turn.
it has to be this turn?
Yep.
God damn it. I need to figure out how to do this later. I'm gonna move.
You can throw something at it. I don't know. It's a nat 20. You'll hit him with it. You might throw a rock or something.
I'm gonna move.
All right.
What's your speed? Where are you gonna go?
25.
One move is there. You
Uh,
can get way up there if you don't like being alive very much.
no, I'm fine where I am.
You want to be in front of the Chad?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
All right. So that's one action for devise stratagem, one action to move, and you got one left.
I guess I will clue everyone in.
Okay. If anyone wants to make a recall knowledge, I think, or something of that nature, you get your bonus for pursuing the lead, right? Okay. That's out. Going onward to Shish.
So because I was repeating a cantrip,
Yep.
we would have Inspire Courage
Yep.
for this round.
Yep.
Yes. Well, if you cast it right now.
If I cast it right now.
Yeah. It ends now because it's your turn. She
Right.
had it.
I can't do anything. I'm too far away. I'm just going to hold my turn.
Okay. I mean, sure. That works.
I'm in the back. It's too far away. I don't want to get close to it.
You will be holding. I'll put you right there. This thing is going to turn around, and it is going to let out a shrieking roar that's going to reverberate. I think the first thing it's going to do actually is move 40 feet closer to you guys. It's pretty fast. And then it's going to let out this shrieking roar. I need everyone to give me a will save.
Oh boy. Can we do it? It was a 19. It was a 19.
Was.
Not anymore.
Sorry.
It's okay.
What did the potion do?
What the potion do?
Does it give you a bonus?
Not to this roll, no.
Okay.
I got a 10.
You got a 10. Okay.
I got a 10.
Fair enough.
My 19 turned into a 3.
The Chad got a 23.
Chad got a 23. So with a 23, you feel that this thing washes over you, and you almost don't even notice it. Aster, you are going to be frightened 1.
Cool.
This thing is going to come through. It rattles you, but you are disconnected. You feel like this would be way worse if you didn't have this in you.
Have a thing for this because I'm a bard and I have counter performance. And this
Yeah.
is an auditory effect.
Yeah, you do.
It's
You
a
want to do it?
reaction.
You want to do it?
Absolutely try.
Hey,
So I get to make a performance check.
Bard powers.
I would love to use this cantrip.
Yeah.
I do like
So-
I had Res for like 2 months, and then the one
That's a
shot
10.
instantly gets to use it.
Total?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone can choose to take it. It's not
Anyone
like you
can
have
take a
to.
10 if you want to. You already know that a 10 gets you frightened 1. So moving around, what do we have Plutarchius get?
24.
24, you are perfectly fine.
16.
16, you feel this thing quake at you, but because of this disconnected thing, you don't really feel anything about it. And, Zargay? 21, perfectly fine. The thing is then going to reach out and, with a claw, and slash out at Plutarchus, who's right in front of it.
Fast, I said stay behind the chain, dude!
I'll bring a... I don't have it out, so I'm just going to take it on the chin.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be a 20.
That will hit.
For 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
As this thing rakes up across you. Alrighty. We're up to the Chad.
I'll jump in now that it's moved up.
We're up to the... We're up to the shish.
Sorry, but just kind of quickly realizing I should do something now that it has screamed at us and woken me back up. I'm going to shoot out a soothe. And I'm going to heal, hopefully, everything that was just done, which requires a D10.
It does.
I have one of those.
Yep.
I was prepared.
He was ready.
This is a D10 plus 4. So that does 12.
Hey.
You got it all.
Soothed. Nicely done.
And Soothe has another effect.
Plus 1 to saves, I think.
Plus 2 to saves against mental effects.
To fear.
Yeah.
Plus 2 to fear effects.
Huh, nifty. Well, that'll come in handy.
Chad's pretty shit of an action there, too.
I do, which is going to be Inspire Courage, but I'm just rereading the spell. 1 minute.
Plus 1 to a
So,
bunch.
1 minute. You have a plus 2 against mental effects.
Thank you.
Nice. All
And
right.
then continue, pull out my flute. Loud toots, trying to overdo what this thing's blasting at us.
Well, the Chad is coming in here. The Fast can't be in the front. If this dude's not gonna listen, Chad is willing to put himself in harm's way.
Yes, feel my pain.
And I move up, greatsword already in hand. I step forward and see some magic. Healing Fast back here. Hey, you Chimera! I've got the blood sword! Slap at him.
Roll the hit.
Plus 1 for Inspire Courage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's gonna give me a 15.
It's not very great.
Not fantastic, no. I rolled 1 digit.
It's going, yeah, that's true. It's gonna, you'll slash out with your great sword. It's going to leap back, actually, very agile, and you'll just take a few tufts of oily fur away.
And I guess I'm just gonna slap it again. That's the thing that I can do. And that's significantly lower. That's probably gonna be 1 digit as a total.
You forgot to step in, so it was still far away. So it
I moved.
just missed.
Oh, it physically moves.
No. I'm just distracted.
No,
I'm describing
like,
why
what?
you're missing. So you're just
Okay.
swinging.
He's just flavoring.
I'm just going. And Chad is going in here.
I love it. He's ready. He's going. All right, we'll go out to Zargay.
I'm gonna recall knowledge on it with religion real quick.
Sure.
Using your modifier because of the thing?
He gets a bonus plus 1 because
That's a secret
you've been
check.
clued in.
That's a secret check.
Oh, it is a secret check. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, I got you. So from what you know about this, you do realize that the source of its hunger, the ashes would have suppressed that. So you're going to be fighting a battle here, trying to out-damage it before it can heal its wounds.
Do I know what alignment it is?
This is almost assuredly evil.
Okay, just making sure because I've
Somewhere
that
along
specifies.
the evil alignment.
All right, so recall knowledge. That's 1 action.
Yep.
I'll use my next action to get in front of Fast
Okay.
and
Protect the squishy.
protect the squishy. And I'm going to go ahead and
I'm
cast
actually
a
not that
level
squishy.
1 version of Divine Lance.
Okay, that's going to take 2 actions to cast.
Oh,
Divine
that's 2
Lance.
actions. I'm
It
sorry.
is. Did you
Oh, then
wanna
I'll
stay
just
in
do
back?
I'll just do the cantrip version then.
It is all a cantrip version, and it's always 2 actions.
Oh, it's always 2 actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you were going to do it,
You can
couldn't
hit
move.
it with a hammer.
Okay. Well, it's not. Yeah, I might as well. I'm not. It's not coated in blood, but
It is, because that's what you all settled on.
We did not cut his hand.
No. Oh my god, all of you people.
We did everyone but the hammer.
Everyone
Yeah.
but the
He
hammer.
has
We gave
divine
the bard
magic.
and the witch ranged weapons blood for some reason, but we did not give the warface hammer blood.
Fine.
He chose
The
not
witch
to.
All right.
I chose not to because I didn't want to kill the poor lady.
Fair enough. Go ahead.
But
I'm
hammer's a
frustrated
hammer.
because I thought it was something different. And all right, fair enough.
That's
6.
So +1 from Inspire Courage. So that's a 12. That's gonna do nothing.
This thing is way too agile. You're not going to catch it with a swing like that.
Okay. Well, I can't raise shield, so I guess that's it.
All right, we're up to Aster.
Cool. I'm glad I prepared for this today. Good job, Aster. Through the beauty of Shailene, I stoke your hearts, and as I say that, the flower I painted on his armor just burst into full floral arrangement across the whole armor. You've been casted with Stoke the Heart. You now have a +2 status damage bonus to your damage. All damage.
That's handy.
That's a one action spell.
Nice.
And then
Chad is feeling the vibe today.
I pull out
Get over here, Chimera.
have my bow and just flick off the shot. Field 1.
Roll to hit.
Roll to hit. And I get a +1, -1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, above 5.
Above a 5?
I rolled above a 5.
All right, what'd you get?
I rolled a 6.
All right, so that arrow is going to go wide.
Flip.
All right, moving onward back to
Does this go down or
Plutarchius.
am I permanently frightened?
Yep, no, it'll go away.
Plutarchius will once again step back and try to read its actions in the movement of its body, and I will devise a stratagem.
Go for it.
It's a 5. So we will store that. And then he will come out and he will flick at the thing with his rapier.
All right, what's your total with your intelligence included?
I'm not going to use that roll.
I think you have
You have to.
No, you don't.
You have to devise a stratagem for something. You can't just devise a stratagem. You're devising a stratagem to like melee him or to shoot at him or
Yeah,
something.
you can choose to not. If you
You can
realize
not
your
do the
strategem is
action
bad, you can
devised,
realize that.
But you're not just like making a number. It's for an action.
You're also
It's
not
for
in
your next
melee.
set.
You're also not a melee.
What do you mean I'm not in
I
melee?
mean, unless you guys
People
have the
stepped in
range.
front of you.
Oh, I'm so I can't even see where I am on the board. Oh, okay. Good to know. So I will step around, and with a 5, that's
Like, you don't have
11.
You don't have to do a melee attack.
No, it's fine. It's an 11.
Okay. It will miss.
Okay, I will take a second attack.
Okay.
No, I can't because I moved.
Devise a stratagem is an action.
Part of the action.
No, no. Devise a stratagem
it's-
is free because this is the object of your investigation.
Oh, okay, cool.
It normally is an action though.
Okay, that's definitely gonna miss.
4 higher, so no change to the total number.
All right, this thing is out. Well, none of you have successfully hit it yet, so it's going to scream back at you. Will saves all around. Just let me know if anyone gets a 10 or less.
Nope.
Man?
And we get a +1 from his Inspire Courage. Don't get barred. Hey, I finally rolled above a 10.
Finally rolled above 10. Yeah, you did. Nicely done. So did anyone roll a 10 or below?
16 again.
No. Okay, excellent.
I rolled a 19.
Between the effects of the white cap tonic are keeping this creature at bay, it's going to reach out with a hand and actually go to pick up Zarge. So this is a grab attempt. And actually, it's not going to do so great. It is only going to get a 15. What's your fort DC?
My fort DC?
Yes, your fort DC.
I'm still drained 1, so that's -1.
Yep.
So that's 17. If it's 10 plus.
There's
10.
no way it's a 17.
That's physically impossible.
What's your fortitude saving throw bonus?
+8.
What? Oh, you're expert.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Oh, yeah.
I literally
So it'd be a
feel like
17.
you'd be expert
Okay.
in one.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Just
So
assume
it's
we're
going to
all
reach
trash.
out to you with a swiping hand, and it's not going to get you. You're kind of going to bounce away.
Just gonna. Oh.
Frustrated, it's going to slam a claw down at you instead. For like an 8. All right, never mind. It's going to smash into
I
the
kind of
floor.
just see it coming and then just.
It put everything it had into that scream.
All right.
Very upset
Well.
as it screams.
Toot magic flute.
Toot magic flute.
Gonna keep sustaining that forever. And I have a sling with bloody bullets.
You do.
Pew.
Roll it.
That is a 3.
Yep.
Okay. It goes
That's
way
a
wide.
10 total.
Way wide.
Good job.
Got anything else?
Do it
Toot,
again.
toot, Make an attack. Make an
Do it
attack. Go
again.
for it.
We're wasting this poor woman's blood.
That's
Another
3
3.
again.
At least
That's
So
a-
what's Chadsworth doing?
You're in the Chad zone now, baby.
I'm here providing a +1.
That's it. Did you not take telekinetic projectile?
I have it, but it's only one better of a roll.
You inspired, right?
Yeah.
That's a 10
I rolled
die.
2 3s.
The Chad's got an 18.
18. You will actually hit this thing. Go ahead and roll me your damage.
I was gonna say, I have bad news. An 18 doesn't hit. We're here forever, and we're already well over time. All right, so Chad, bringing this greatsword around, as everyone kind of gets in here, actually thrusting it forward some more than just swinging. First little piercing coming in here. For a 7, I have 2 status bonus from you, which is a 9 plus 4, 13 points of piercing damage.
Nicely done. It's going to hit this thing, and an explosion of fire will actually erupt from the injury as you plunge this greatsword anointed with holy blood into its body.
Oh, Chad's not really sure what's happening, but it seemed to work pretty good, so he's gonna do it again.
Do it again.
Go for it.
Second time probably not gonna do it, as that is gonna be 10 lower for an 8
That
total.
is definitely not going to hit. One action left.
So I'm gonna pull it back and just kind of point this thing with one hand. Look, Chimera! The Chad's here to stop you. Your rampage is at an end! I'm gonna try to intimidate this thing.
All right, go for it.
Which certainly understands me and can experience fear.
You have intimidating glare, I take it?
No.
Nope.
I definitely don't.
All right, at -4, let's take it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
We hit you with a 6 total.
A 6 total.
I think
Okay.
you're more scared.
It's louder than you are. It's not impressed.
Bigger than you.
The Chad's not trying to intimidate this Chimera. The Chad's pumping himself up.
That's it. That's it. All right, moving on to Zargay.
Can I borrow another D4 real quick, please? I'm sorry. Because now I'm going to go ahead and cast Divine Lance with my first level spell slot. here.
Awesome. The
So
Divine
it's-
Lance is a cantrip and never uses a spell slot.
Doesn't even supposed to.
It doesn't?
Nope.
No.
Well, then I guess I'll just use it in one then. My bad. Well, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
obviously
trip
good.
You gotta roll to hit it first.
Oh, right. It's my spell
Attack roll.
Okay. That was the same as my melee. Haha.
Sounds about right for a war priest.
So I get +1 from Inspired Courage, right?
Yep, it's an
So
attack.
that's gonna be 12 plus 5, so 17.
17? Just 17?
Plus, did you give the
All
plus
right.
one?
That's
Yeah.
a +1.
It's gonna sear across its shoulder, but not visibly damage
All right.
it.
Well, then I'll
Found
just
DC.
raise shield for my last action then.
Sounds good. All right, moving on.
Found the DC.
You did.
We found it, boys. We know we got a hit.
Yep.
After that first shot, she clasps her hand together and may the blessings of Shailene help me as well. And as she says that, her hair turns turquoise. Her skin actually gets a lot of color, and all her white clothes just turn an array of colors, and sustained his as well. So now
Oh,
it's on those two because it's one action.
so are you trying to have 2 instances of the same hex going at the same time?
Yep, you can do that. You can't cast.
I'll
two
look it
hex-
up later. Sure.
You can't cast 2 hex in the same turn.
All right.
But they're all sustained spells. There's nothing in sustaining them. And then I'm gonna shoot it. That is.
So close to the top half of the die.
I wish this app would stay open for me. I should have written it down. 17. 17 total.
Yep.
All right, moving on to Plutarchus.
I am going to attempt to step around the thing.
All right.
You go over to the pew?
It does not appear to be terribly disciplined enough to stop you, so the pew is going to be difficult terrain to hop over.
That's fine.
What about you get to the other side of the field with one move, yeah?
I'm gonna continue on. I'm gonna try to flank the stupid thing. So
Take
maybe
it
we
30
can...
to get behind it.
That's fine. We're gonna do it.
10, 15. Yep. Okay, so 2 move actions, you're there.
And then devise a stratagem is a free action.
It is, because it's the object of your investigation.
I assume for stabbing it?
Yeah, for stabbing it. That is going to be a 13, which is not going to do anything.
No, you will miss it. Alrighty, but it's flanked now. And it's going to kind of reach in, coiled, and much as you saw when it was attacking the caravan, it's going to lash out around itself with a razor-sharp whirlwind of claws. I need a reflex save for everyone within 10 feet of it, which is
The Chad is not good at
3 of
reflexes.
you.
Oh boy.
I have faith in you.
The Chad does not have faith in
I've
himself.
given you the blessings of Shellen. All things are possible.
That's pretty good. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm
Wow.
not ready to listen to this chilling thing.
It's my pants.
I'm surprised I actually did something. Do we still get a +1 for that too?
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, you rolled a 17 on the die. I think you're okay.
22!
22. Well done. You'll take half.
21.
It'll take half.
16.
You will take full. So we're gonna have slap. So Plutarchus is going to take 15 points of slashing damage,
Ouch.
and the rest of you are going to take 7.
Okay.
Also, Plutarchus, you are now bleeding.
Yum.
As this wound starts to drain blood. Oh boy. Alrighty, that's 3 actions. So moving on to our good friend Shisk over here.
So is it like visible? That's a thing. It's 3 actions. That's like a big involved thing.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna definitely use liberating step then. Because I was holding, so I thought I was gonna do something else that's probably bad.
Oh, okay.
Because I can use that.
Yeah, this thing like winds up and then it's just continuously slashing around it.
Fast dude, get back! What are you doing? And I'm gonna reach my hand down. It's gonna kind of like one hand up the greatsword glow a little bit. I'm gonna cast liberating step on you as a reaction.
Ooh.
You're gonna take 3 less damage, and you can step for free if you want to.
I will.
This is a 10-foot emanation, so you're not going to get out of it.
That's fine. I'm fine where I am.
Well, it's already at the damage stuff. It's when damage is applied, so it's not. You can't avoid the hit.
Okay.
It just makes you take 3
But
less.
you take 3 less damage.
Take 3 less, and you get a step if you want.
Oh, nice.
Thank
you.
Well, I will walk 15 feet forward so that I'm in the doorway, and I am in range to cast Soothe once again. Please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die.
I'm
If you
trying.
die, it comes from me. So that's 13.
That's full health again. We're doing it.
Amazing. All right, rack up to the Chaz.
Come on, fast dude. Stay back here. The Ched can protect you if you're in the thing's butt. And I'm gonna stab it again.
I'm trying to make it easier for you, dummy.
Come on, Chimera. Your battle's with the Chad.
It's with the Chad.
Your battle is with the Chad, baby. That's gonna be. It's flanked.
This doesn't.
Yeah, it is flanked.
You
You're
don't
still
have Inspire.
You do not
I
inspire.
had to move and cast.
So it's gonna be a 26.
26. That will be a solid hit. You'll plunge this greatsword, and again,
Not a
fire. It is not. Oh, it's flanked. It's flanked. It is a crit.
Ho!
Hell yeah!
Flank
Your
you.
fight's with the Chad.
Kaboom!
Hey, another D12. The Chad is doing more damage than he thought he was
Here
going
we go,
to.
man.
No, you just double
Thanks,
it.
babe.
He wants to roll 2 dice. Let him roll
I
2
like
dice.
rolling 2 dice.
There you go.
My answer.
Oh, fair enough.
Right, not technically supposed to, but like. come
Okay.
on, the point is,
Whatever
roll
makes you
a bunch of
happy.
dice. 14. Do I get that per hit?
It's damage, yeah. It's damage rolls.
26 points of piercing damage from the Chad.
God
solid.
damn,
He's here.
son.
Fire again will explode from it. You will notice that your previous injury is actually closed up fairly significantly.
Make some bigger ones then.
It's-
Get here to play
what-
games. I'm done with this.
That's what we got.
It's 5 o'clock.
The Chad wants to go drink. I want a hero point, a second attack. I'm gonna do it.
He's been
Go
holding
for
this
it.
all day.
Do it.
Then. I gotta use it somewhere.
You do the one thing you
The
complain
Chad's
about us
gotta
doing.
get his value. The Chad may have gotten his value. It's gonna be a 23, 18 on the second swing.
Good enough to hit.
Value.
Chad is in here for another only 8 points of piercing damage.
Hey,
but
you get it at that
It
that
explodes
same
again.
explosion of fire.
It's damage.
how much fire can you possibly fit in one chimera? And
Depends how much chimera you got when you're lighting it on fire.
we're gonna hit it again. I have literally nothing better to do.
Just roll 20s.
Already psyched
20s.
up. We're in the Chad zone. Screw this guy. Oh, it's an 18. That's really good, but it's gonna be a 15.
Oh, not enough. Not enough.
Oh, if it was
No.
one higher.
Yo.
Someone was
Dang it.
inspiring.
If only I was a little more inspired, the Chad could have landed that third strike.
If there was inspiration, there would also possibly be a dead person.
That's fine.
If I'd
I
been
can't kill
flanking.
this dude if it's already dead, bro.
Actually,
Sorry,
this
Dave.
healing you to full gets rid of your persistence.
Yeah,
right?
it does.
Yeah, I mean,
stops
that's like
bleeding.
you're not bleeding.
Yeah, you're not
Because
bleeding anymore. It's pretty fun. All right, man. Chad in there doing
I have
work.
stopped infinite bleed.
Zargay.
The Cadester's holy light fills me.
How hurt are you?
None.
Man,
Full
full health.
Everyone's a full.
Oh, well, except me apparently, but that's okay.
Oh,
Well,
I mean, yeah, we have some damage on us, but
yeah, I'm not worried as much.
Yeah, the two
All
of
right,
you
so
have a
I'm just
little-
gonna go ahead and Divine Lance again.
Go for it.
That's the only thing that I
I'm
can
in your
have.
face and you can't stop me.
That's a nat 20.
man, 20.
Nicely
Very
done, sir.
divine.
You catch
Divine.
this thing roars out at you, and this divine lance catches it right in the mouth.
I just kind of like have the hammer, you see the tip of the like spear start to form, and then I'm just like kind of careful. Pshaw! So it's a 1d4 plus 2, and if it crits, it doubles.
So 6.
On a 4.
12.
12.
So 12.
12 damage.
You
12
have
good
to
damage.
specify the alignment.
Good damage.
Yeah. This thing smashes and burns a hole in it. It doesn't seem to be particularly weak to this,
And
but
then,
it does do good damage.
Well, I guess this works. Put my shield back up and just...
Nicely done.
Yep.
All right, moving on to Aster.
Two actions of sustaining spells,
Yep, you're gonna need to do that.
and then 1 shot.
Okay.
All I need is a crit. Oh, that's a
Roll.
that's 18.
That's an 18. That'll hit.
That
it,
hits.
It will hit. It will hit.
It will hit for 7 damage.
7
with
points
the
of damage.
Anointed arrow.
Ooh, anointed arrow. Yeah, you're right. You guys are getting some money on those anointed arrows. Ooh, this thing is not looking so good.
You see, with actual elven training, she shoots right where one of the wounds he opened up right before it closes.
Do you have elven weapon familiarity? Yeah. Oh, she has actual elven training. Look at that.
So ready to see an actual elf now.
I know.
There are real ones?
This arrow actually follows the divine lance, catches it right in the throat. It's looking woozy.
I'm gonna get it in the butt this time.
Damn fast! The Chad can't help you.
I'm gonna devise a stratagem that involves stabbing it in the butt.
Okay.
With a machine gun sword, apparently. That's just a thing Sirenscape does now, I guess.
That's just the thing we do
That's
now.
a 9.
That's a 9. Okay, that's going to be a 16.
16.
16 flanked.
16, and it is flanked. It'll hit. Yeah, that'll work.
Yes!
Get a hit. Roll damage.
And I actually now get to use, I get my intelligence damage.
Yep.
And I get 2d6.
You didn't crit it. I don't see why you get 2d6. It's
Your
just
intelligence to instead of your strength.
yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
I thought with strategic strike, I got an additional d6 damage because I hit it with.
I don't recall it doing that, but
When you strike carefully and with forethought, you deal a telling blow. When making a strike that adds your intelligence modifier to your attack roll due to devising a stratagem, you deal an additional 1d6 precision damage.
It's like investigator
I
sneak
get
attack. It's
sneak attack
investigator
damage.
Sneak attack. Yeah, no, you get it.
I know. It's the one thing I knew.
We're ready for it. Ooh.
That's gonna be 9 points of awesome damage because my sword is anointed.
So it's more than 9 points of awesome
9
damage.
plus bloody sword.
Yep.
Plus bloody sword points.
So that's gonna go to that. You're gonna plunge this sword home with a final explosion of fire as it rips through this thing's mangled body. Even with its hunger-driven metabolism closing the wounds as fast as you put them, this last round, everyone just smashed into this thing and has completely overwhelmed this thing's ability to regenerate, which is good too, because it would have had its turn back and it would have been a whole mess of health. This thing roars one last time to the sky before collapsing, falling face down as it falls flat onto the floor. And everything goes quiet.
I got the killing blow!
You can actually
It was awesome, dude!
Dude!
You can actually see over its face is actually a burial shroud bearing an ancient symbol of the Knight of Ozum, which is actually the shield of Aerodin without it being broken into pieces, as the modern symbol is.
Interesting.
And fluttering across its back is actually the altar cloth with Iomede's symbol, that apparently, which is what the church had been reconsecrated to after Aerodin's death. And the place goes silent. And since we are so horrendously over time, congratulations, everybody! You win. You can leave the town now. Nothing's going to kill you. The town is grateful.
That was some teamwork, my man. That's the kind of business that Chad
Reserved
likes to see. Bring it into the
Ustalavian
zone.
on your way.
No one died.
We
We
can
did it.
kill this
What a beautifully
monstrosity.
executed combat.
It's a great thing that we had our thing at the last day of PaizoCon when there wasn't anything after us.
Man, I tell you.
That worked out super great.
I think
You told me it's like, yeah, no, Nick, our slot is 3 hours. And I was like, oh, really? And then I looked and it was like,
Our GM
oh
definitely
my
kept thinking we had
god.
a 4-hour time slot, not 3. Also, we are nonsensical goblins. We did not go swiftly.
But
But hey,
We
Turns
sandbag
out-
no matter what we're
but,
doing.
hey,
dude, we had
did
so
it.
much BS to do.
We did it. It
We-
was a great. With all the stupidity we have heaped upon this man, I think only going 30 minutes over was a pretty good side of things, honestly.
Well done.
Now you know.
It's a good thing to be the last in the programming. Because, we're bad at hard time slots.
We suck at
That's
hard
why
time
they put us
slots.
here. They know.
They know. It's like,
They know
let's just give him a whole day. It'll be fine.
Thank you, Paizo, for...
Yes.
Good. And Paizo. It's been a great weekend.
Oh,
Thank
and
you so much for having us here at the end.
And-
Letting us do our business.
for our new dice.
All of you guys
Yes.
hanging out, watching us. Hope you enjoyed the convention throughout the weekend. Learned a lot of cool stuff. Got to see a bunch of idiots do a one-shot adventure and somehow not die horribly, even though we didn't have one of the primary things we wanted.
It was on
worked out
convention.
anyway.
We did it.
We
I
did
put
it.
We were in there.
Just credit with a greatsword. It doesn't matter what generation it has.
Just hit it over and over and over again. When you have a weapon that's weak to, it explodes every single time.
Most
How much
things are
was it?
weak to being killed.
How much was the extra damage?
10. It's 10 extra points of damage every time you hit it. It had
Very
like
nice.
100 and...
Oh, okay.
It had 115 points of health, regenerated
Lord.
20 every round.
I hated every...
You know we're level
Whoa.
1, right?
Yeah.
You know, if
It
you'd picked up the
worked
ashes,
out.
the regeneration would have gone away. It would have been sickened 2. Your weapons do an extra 10 every time you hit it.
I want them to know I put
It had
paint
minus
on my
10 on
face.
initiative because you ambushed it in its lair. Yeah,
Works for us.
because you had everything planned. Well, most everything planned out.
Still went
We learned.
second.
We did good.
Yeah, it still
third.
1 second. I rolled like a 17.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
I put-
Thanks.
Bye.
All of y'all being here. Real quick before we hop off of this, of course, thank you, Paizo, for having us. Partners at Sirenscape, and now our new friends at Norse Foundry.
Ooh, we love
Little,
our dice.
These fantastic dice here.
My dice did amazing
Malachi.
today.
I'm pretty happy with this copper. It's the first time I was using this copper D20. It rolled high when I wanted it, rolled low when it was freaking hilarious. I'm okay with that. You've seen our socials. Where is it? Versus? It's usually right below me. I'm not the GM seat, though. You've seen the Twitter accounts and everything down vaguely that way, I think.
Other way.
Oh, down vaguely that way.
There you
I
go. You
think.
got it.
If you head over to at 2perception, twitter.com/2perception. We're here every weekend to do our Age of Ashes adventure. We're on the tail end of Book 4, Level 13 party. We're at twitch.tv/officialpaizo every week. But on that Twitter right now, part of this new thing right here, we're actually giving away a set of these real cool Norse Foundry dice. All you gotta do is go to that, go find a tweet on there, retweet it, and you get entered. And we'll be picking a winner tomorrow for the end of Paizo.
Ooh.
It's really cool dice.
Great. They're pretty neat dice.
They're the best dice ever.
We
I don't-
gotta go, though.
I haven't rolled
The
anything
gym
above...
dice are overpowered.
I think they're great dice.
Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed your weekend.
Bye.
See you Saturday with our Age of
See you
Ashes show. Good night,
Saturday.
everybody.